It's giving a little.
Testing, 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 1, 2. Testing, testing, testing.
Testing, testing.
Testing, 1, 2, testing. Testing, 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 1, 2. Testing. Testing, 1, 2. Testing, 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 1, 2. Testing, test, testing. Testing, 1, 2, test, 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 testing. You hear me? Say.
Testing, testing. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the 2025 Indiana Age Group Short Course Championships. I'm KJ Sweeney alongside me, Tony. We're going to be calling out the meet tonight. Up first, we have the girls, 13 and 14, 16 and 50 yard freestyle. This is the final heat. In lane one, we have Brooklyn Penn from Southeastern Swim Club. Elise Tibbs is in lane 2 from Wind Tidal Wave. In lane 3, Liz Holds from Elkhart United Aquatics. And then Haley Morris is in lane 4, your top-seeded swimmer tonight from Carmel Swim Club. Helena Weller is in lane 5, also from Carmel Swim Club. Brooklyn Ranger in lane 6 from Fishers Area Swimming Tigers. Reese Anderson in lane 7 from Valparaiso. And then lane 8, the bottom of your screen, Charlie Alea from Franklin Regional Swim Team.
Meet record is 16:33.95, set back in 2021 by Lexi Ward. And Paula Stedick holds the Indiana Association record all the way back to 1985. That's how good she was.
That is a long time ago.
So this morning we watched 4 of the 5 time final 1650 heats. And the fastest time from this morning, I'll pull it up in a second, is eligible to place in the top 8, top 16. So those young ladies who swam in the first 4 heats are racing these girls in the pool right now.
Yep, they're on the sides, definitely watching, rooting for themselves. hopefully hoping some of them can make the podium. And it all just comes down to how these girls swim tonight.
Lane number 3, Liz Holds from Elkhart with the early lead, followed closely over there by Haley Morris.
Yeah, and then we have a little race going on for 3rd place, about 3-4 people right there. Lane 2, Elise Tibbs looking for that. 5, Helena Weller, Brooklyn Ranger, and Reese Anderson are all trying to find that next spot. Helena Weller has a little bit of an edge on them for that 3rd place position, but 1 and 2 are pretty tightly contested right now as well. We have Liz Holds and Haley Morris going right at it. And on the first 200, they're going to be touching at almost the exact same time. It's going to be Haley Morris slightly ahead, 2 minutes 8.82 versus 2 minutes 0.85 for Liz Holds. And this is a long race. It's the longest race in swimming. It's going to be 66 laps for the girls tonight.
Top time from this morning, Maya Preston was 18:04:07. We watch our leaders right now. They're pretty strategic. Haley Morris building into her first 500. The coaches really have a race plan for these young ladies. They don't just get out and sprint the whole 1650. You watch them as they build through that first 500, and they'll take each 500 a little progressively faster, almost with the negative split mindset.
Yeah, absolutely. And then, before the race and even in weeks prior, these girls have been practicing what they want to hit. They'll do pace in the warm-up pool before for each 50, kind of times they want to hit, and make sure that they're able to get that during the race so it can translate better. They kind of know how it feels, how fast they should be pushing it, things like that.
Well, this race has more turns than any other race that we have. So the goal here is for these young ladies to work the red zones. When you look at it, watching from home, you can see the red-colored lane lines from the flags in and out. With that many turns, you're really not swimming 25 yards. You may be swimming 20 yards.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, underwaters and turns play a huge part because all those little things, you go 0.25 faster on a turn. Maybe that's a little long, but just like for kind of thinking about it, that all adds up to, you know, a second or two here and there and can make the difference.
This weekend we have a group called Go Swim here, and they are videotaping all of our championship races and offering race analysis. And in that race analysis, you're able to show athletes how far and how fast they're traveling underwater, showing where the strengths and weaknesses lie in their turns, and in particular their stroke rates. And you can see how Haley looks so smooth and easy as she goes out at the 450.
Yeah, absolutely. One of the things about the mile, or rather the 1650, just short of a mile, is making sure to stay long. You know, you don't want to have short strokes. You want to stay long, have a good reach, and then have a powerful kick behind you too that's going to drive you to the finish line. Because, you know, you get about 500 yards in and your arms and your shoulders are going to be burning, and you got to have a good leg, good kick to get you the rest of the way there. You can't just be dragging the legs behind you like dead weight. So if you see all the girls here, these are your top swimmers in this event, and they all have a very strong kick. You know, they really know what they're doing here, obviously.
Haley Morris, 5:10.18 at the 500. You keep an eye on lane number 5 starting to move up. That's Helena Weller from Carmel, 13-year-old.
Yeah, she's looking to challenge for that second spot. Haley Morris has taken a very commanding lead just through 5:25 here. But yeah, that second spot's very contested right now.
I think we're going to, as we watch the field, it looks pretty strategic. We're going to see some races develop even farther than, you know, first place, second place. But there's some good racing going on here.
Oh, yeah.
In lanes 6 and 7.
Yeah, right there. I mean, they're just about a body length between each other. They're going to be going at it, like I said. Like we said earlier, it's a very long race. There's still a lot of swimming to go. Lots of things could change.
Well, let's check the splits on our leaders here and see how they progress through the back half of this race. Haley Morris smoothly into her turns, just easily rotates her hips over out past the flags. She's splitting 31.5. That's pretty darn good.
That's a very good split this deep in.
This next group of 3 girls, Lena Weller, 32.3. 32.4 for lane number 6. That's Rager from Fast. So we're starting to see a good race unfold there for second and third place. You know, look at Morris as she's swimming this race. Her stroke is relaxed, and when your stroke is relaxed, your breathing's relaxed.
Oh, yeah.
I think that's a big part of it.
Yeah,
Heart rate
absolutely.
Steady.
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot that, you know, goes into it besides just being a strong swimmer, especially for these distance events. You have sprinting events, which are, you know, you just kind of go out there, go as hard as you can, try to get there. For distance events, you really got to build that endurance over many, many months. A lot of it has to do, like, with what's called the oxygen delivery system, which is how well your body can deliver oxygen through your blood to the rest of your body. That plays a huge role in how well your endurance is, and it allows you to maintain the speed that you want to hold. Haley Morris is holding like 31s. That's all because of her strong oxygen delivery system that she has, and of course her strength. But strength isn't nearly as important with these long races. It just comes down to the actual endurance of your muscles. So 31.45 on that. She's holding perfect pace, exactly what you want to do. Just hold a very consistent pace throughout. We're just under halfway there. So we'll see how she does on the second half.
Haley Morris holding 16 strokes per length. So as she goes through the back half, coaches don't want them to increase their tempo so much that they're going to lose their efficiency.
Right.
So right now, if she holds that pace, sometimes it's not about getting faster. It's just about keeping steady.
Exactly. My coach would always say the biggest thing about distance events, the best distance event swimmers are the ones who slow down the least. So everybody's going to start off strong. Everybody's going to start out, they're going to go 30, 31, some 29 maybe. But the people who slow down the least are going to be the strongest distance swimmers. It's not about going out and hammering the first 500 as hard as you can. It's remaining consistent throughout the entire race.
Well, Morris looks rhythmical out there right now. She
Yeah.
looks like she's in a zone, just easy up and down the pool, same stroke count. We'll compare her 500 splits at the 1,000. And we'll see how what her race strategy is and how she is executing that race strategy on this second 500.
Yeah, and once again, 31.5. She's holding 31s really well, and I've got to believe that, that she went into this race probably wanting to hold somewhere right around 30, 31, because she's been there just about every split. Haley Morris is also being very consistent as 30. She's holding about 32s for most of the race. She has a very solid hold on second place right now. Third place is looking at Brooklyn Rager. She's 32s. So she's pretty consistent too. You can see that all the top swimmers right now in this heat are the ones who are holding that pace throughout the entire race, the pace that they want to hit.
Well, we got a great race going at the top of your screen right now. Brooklyn Penn and
Elise Tibbs.
Elise Tibbs right now, Southeastern for Penn, and Elise Tibbs from Win Tidal Wave.
Yeah, they're going at it. Just over halfway, and it's a long battle.
Lanes 1 and 2 down at the bottom of our screen. I'm sorry, that's 7 and 8 at the bottom of our screen, 1 and 2 at the top. Looks like Anderson's in 5th. 6th is Penn, 7th is Tibbs, 8th is Elea. All right, that's the we missed Haley's 1,000. Sorry about that.
Yeah, and there's Haley Morris with another 31. So she's much over halfway through the race now, and just really holding that pace very well.
These are 9-foot lanes here at the IU Natatorium. Coaches don't want those athletes circle swimming.
Oh, absolutely not.
And you're swimming 1,005 yards on that first 1,000. I don't think they want to do that.
No.
Tell me a little bit about the lap counters. You ever have a superstition that you wanted somebody specific counting for you?
Oh yeah, absolutely. You once you got your guy. For me, it was a guy. Once you got your guy, you keep your guy. You know, you don't want to mess anything up. You know, you have a good race with him. You want to keep the same person. There's a lot that goes into it. And maybe it's not superstition. Maybe a lot of people like the way that they hold it. You'll see a lot of people in there like kind of waving it side to side, shaking it, kind of helping them cheer them on from there too. So really gets the swimmers going. And they're really their biggest supporter in the pool, because when you're down there swimming, you can't really hear anybody, you can't see anybody, but when you see your person who's counting for you shaking the board, you know that they're there for you and they're cheering you on.
It's kind of watching the splits. They look just to be a little bit delayed because Haley Morris hit the turn at lane number 5, but I don't see her split pop up until she's almost to the other end.
Yeah.
A little bit of a delay there.
Yeah, Haley Morris with another 31.5.
So right now she's at that 103 pace. Let's see on that last 250 to 300 if she brings that down. Starts going 31 lows, see what kind of closing speed she has.
32.08 for Weller. She's dropping it down a little bit. That's a little faster than she was going. Third place is Rager currently. Down in lane 6. And once again, lane 1 is going to be at the top of your screen. Lane 8's down there at the bottom. Liz Holds in 4th right now. 5th, very closely contested, is Reese Anderson. They're both about 317, 318, 319, right around that area.
So we got a tight race here in 4 and 6. Nope, that was Haley Morris in 4. Lane 6 was Brooklyn Rager from Fast.
It's about 12 laps left for Haley Morris. Coming in kind of towards the end. Another 31.2. She's dropping it down a little bit. She was going 31.5s earlier. She's definitely looks like she's speeding it up. Her kick's getting a little more powerful. All these girls, you know, they know the end is in sight. They're getting excited. They can feel it. So they want to pick it up a little bit.
Liz Holds in lane 3 is in 4th. Brooklyn Penn in 5th, top of your screen. When you look at it, it gets spread out. You kind of get lost in that match race look.
Oh, yeah.
You don't need, and it happens where you're pushed all the way through a 1650. But your swimmer, your favorite swimmer right now, you kind of watch how that race unfolds for them. If they happen to have a race, great. If not, they're still having an outstanding swim.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. I mean, a big thing about the 1650 is it's so long that it's really kind of, it almost turns into a race with yourself. You know, you're trying to hit that pace. You have a pre-plan of what you want to hit, and it comes down to really, you know, you're happy if you hit that pace throughout the race, and you do what you went in and what you want to do what you want to do, and if you did that, then you're happy with whatever place you got.
Occasionally, you'll see those lap counters put the lap counter in the corner of the lane if somebody's up on your hip. You know, drafting's a part of swimming just like it is in car racing.
Oh, it's a huge part, absolutely. And especially in this pool, a lot of like the upper level swimming, you'll see they have 2 lane lines in between each lane, but for this one, it's just 1 lane, so you can really get up on somebody's hip and you ride their wave, and it almost like carries you. And yeah, it's a very real thing, and it makes a big difference, really.
So Haley Morris's splits, 5:10, 5:12, 5:13, all very consistent. Right now, she's holding 31 low. She's now in the 102s.
Yeah, she's dropping it down, certainly. And she's got 3 laps left.
You know, there's one swimmer that came out of championship swimmer that came out of Indiana, and he was breaking a record. He was so far out in front of everybody. Said sometimes that's a disadvantage because you're starting to think. You got a race, you just think about the person next to you.
Oh, yeah.
When you're out there by yourself, is my stroke right? Are my legs hurting? Right now, Haley Morris doesn't show that.
It's easy to get lost, but she's doing exactly what she needs to do. 30.8 on that, so she's really dropping it down, having a super strong finish.
Her time coming in was 17:40 as an entry time.
And she is definitely going to beat that. She's going to have a huge drop on this race. Excellent race from her. So Haley Morris is going to come in with the win. The final time of 17:08.92. Second place is going to be Weller. Got about 25 left. She, before this, was 17:51. So she's going to have a best time as well. Lots of fast swimming going on tonight. 17:37.28 for your second place finisher, Helena Weller from Carmel. So Carmel's going to go 1-2 in this event. The teammates finish right with each other in the top 2 positions.
Now that 18:04, which was the fastest time from the morning, right now, that looks like it's going to be 4th place.
Yeah.
So great swim. It was a fantastic swim from Maya Preston this morning. She just was really a strong back half.
Yeah, and like I was saying, she probably went in there with the plan of what she wanted to do and executed it perfectly and got her 4th place.
I think there's more than one young lady from the morning swims that are going to probably place in the top 8 and be on the podium tonight. Never think you're out of it. You're always swimming against somebody. It's not somebody you see. So that's a great swims, not only by our first place finisher, Haley Morris, but some of the young ladies in this heat, but also in the heats from the morning are going to be on the podium tonight.
Oh, absolutely. And the mile is one of the hardest events. You know, you've got to give a lot of recognition to everybody swimming it here. It's a very hard race. It's a long race. It's difficult. It has takes a lot of mental fortitude to get through that much swimming, that many laps. So amazing job to all the ladies tonight and this morning as well.
So we are getting ready for the boys' heat, and then we are going to have the awards for both the women, or the girls and boys, 1650.
Yeah, absolutely. Looking forward to that. Seeing who from the morning made the podium too. That's always, I'm sure the girls down there, they know that they made it and they're super happy about that. And now we'll see what boys from the morning made it. But before that, they're going to have to swim the race. In lane 1, we have Max Schroeder from Indiana Swim Club. Lane 2, Wyatt Jones from GEVV. Edward Enoch is in lane 3 from Carmel Swim Club. Then Joshua Pendleton is your top seed for the night from Club Olympia Swim Team. Victor Martin is in lane 5 from Flashes Aquatics. Zachy Ochter from Fishers Area Swimming Tigers in lane 6. Colby Sewell from Flashes Aquatics in lane 7. And at the bottom of your screen, Austin Pritz from Boilermaker Aquatics.
Well, our top seed, Josh Pendleton, was a finalist at the consolation heat at high school state boys 500 freestyle. Had a tremendous back half on that 500, so watch him on the back half of this race.
Yeah, absolutely. And 16:13, he has the top seed time by about a minute in this race. So
fastest time from this morning,
17:26 is the time to beat.
We'll keep an eye on those swimmers from this morning, see if they break into the top 8. Lane number 2 at the top of your screen is Wyatt Jones, a 13-year-old.
Taking it out fast in a 55.13. Right with him is Joshua Pendleton. He's in third, 55.81. And then Zachy Ochter, also 55.
I think you're going to see Josh Pendleton swim a pretty strategic race on the front half here. Good distance per stroke. Meet record 1540.78 set back in 2014 by Michael Brennegar. He also holds the association record at 1528.29 set in the same year. Michael, obviously an Olympian. Swam in another one of the athletes from Indiana swimming that have aspired to Olympic dreams. You watch the legs on the front half of this race. You don't see a lot of over kicking early.
No, absolutely not. You want to save your legs for the end when you really need them. And, you know, all these swimmers, they have a good tempo. It all comes down to how kind of like a rhythm in your stroke. It's like a dance. You have to find the right rhythm, stay long. If you see in lane 4, he's kind of got a little like dut kind of thing going. Same up there in lane 2. And they're going right at it with each other.
Well, lane 2, Wyatt Jones, and lane 4, Josh Pendleton are the only 2 swimmers under 30 seconds currently per 50.
Yeah,
now let's take a look at lane number 5's lap counter. You notice they are doing the count down instead of doing the count up. There's nothing illegal about doing that. So if the counter likes to go backwards from 66, so he sees 1 at the end instead of 55 at the end, 65.
Well, there could actually be a lot of like benefits to that if you think about it. You don't have to do the math on how many laps you have left. And it's just, instead of how many laps you've done, you know how many you have left now, which maybe will help with later in the race. Seeing a lower number might be kind of help with the mental process, especially if you end up by yourself too, which he's not at the time. But if you end up kind of out in no man's land swimming by yourself, it could be a little motivation to get there. But certainly the less common method.
Athletes coming up on the 400 split here. Our 2 leaders still holding under 30 seconds. Pendleton at a 29.3. Jones at a 30.0.
Yeah, and they're coming in at 3:51 and 3:52, which is super fast for the first 400 of the mile. They're looking to have a good swim here tonight.
You kind of wonder, as distance swimmers, what makes a good 50 split. Remember, it's turn to turn. The split starts when the feet leave the wall here, and the clock doesn't shut off until he comes back and does it again.
Yeah.
So turns are a big part. If you look at the athletes that are pushing off the wall right now, they're out to the flags or beyond, particularly lane number 1. Nice push off, good body line off the wall. They're swimming less than 25 meters. They're swimming 19 meters per 25.
Yeah, and that's the way you want to do it. You get a lot of power and a lot of speed coming off the wall, and you want to maintain that speed coming off the wall as long as you can, and you do that by having a good underwater, tight streamline, good dolphin kick, and then having a good breakout as well.
Our leader, 451.14. That's Josh Pendleton. We'll see what he's like at the 1,000.
And he's pulling away, but Wyatt Jones he's staying right there.
Wyatt's not having a bad swim. Josh
he's having an amazing swim.
Josh is just building into his race.
Yeah, and like we said earlier, Pendleton has the top seeded time by about a minute. So if Jones is doing very well, being this close, this deep into the race, over 500 yards in.
Third place, Victor Martin. Max Schroeder at the top of your screen from Indiana Swim Club.
Then we have a little race going on in lanes 7 and 8 too. They're right with each other, both holding 32s. That's Sewell and Pritz.
And they both have a different type of approach to their stroke. You know, you look at lane number 7, Sewell, a little bit quicker tempo.
Yeah.
And then look at Pritz at the bottom of your screen, and he's big, long.
He's very long. He's getting a very good reach, which we'll see how it works out, but that could benefit him a lot later in the race.
29.4 for your leader, Josh Pendleton, on that 50 split. Still the only swimmer, he's fastest swimmer in the pool by the lead, but also holding faster than anybody else per 50.
Yeah, so he's just extending his lead throughout the race, and it doesn't look like he's going to slow down anytime soon. If anything, I'd imagine he speeds up towards the later half of the race. Wyatt Jones still having a very good race in second place right now. 30.71 on that 50. Followed not far behind by Martin in lane 5. He's at 30.49 for that 50. So he's going a little faster, catching up a little bit.
He holds a little bit. He saved that tempo. He's going to flip here at the 30 lap, coming down to the start end. It's always good to save just a little bit for the back half of the race. Don't use everything up on the first 1,000.
No, definitely not.
Victor flips at a 30.54. See if he starts making up any ground. Josh Pendleton, 29.8. Still holding under 30 seconds.
Yeah, he's got a plan and he's executing it.
Wyatt Jones flips at a 30.8. Let's see what Victor Martin flips at here. 30.8. Is that 30.6?
Yeah, 30.6. He's still catching up a little bit. We'll see.
Seconds.
Yeah, we'll see how much that adds up over this last half. See if he's able to catch up. Maybe drop it down a little more. Get that second place. But Jones has still got probably 4 or 5 body length lead.
Keep in mind, we had a lot of fast swims this morning. 17:26 is the fastest swim from the morning. That's Oliver Inabit from Franklin.
Yeah, and he's certainly on the sideline watching this race on the deck.
Pretty impressive swim by your leader, Josh Pendleton, at a 29.84. All right, let's check our second and third swimmers. 31.0, Victor Martin, 30.4. So tenths of seconds, still a little bit, quite a bit to go.
Quite a bit to go to make it up, but there's quite a bit of swimming left to do as well, so.
All right, the next 50 will take Josh Pendleton's 1,000 split.
And he's still staying under that 30-second mark. And at the 1,000, Pendleton is at 9:47.91. So about 13 seconds under that 1 minute per 100 pace.
So he was a 4:51 and a 4:56. Pretty good splits there, staying within 5 seconds of that first 500.
Yep. So we have Jones and Martin, and then Schroeder in lane 1 is going to be in 4th place right now. Edward Enoch is in lane 3's in 5th. Cart is in 6th place. Sewell is in 7th, and then Pritz is in 8th right now.
All right, so Schroeder hits the wall in 4th place. Enoch in 5th. Enoch splits at 30.87, so he's making up ground.
Yeah, and so you see Pendleton is lapping Enoch right now, but overall that could actually help Enoch a lot with him being right next to him. He could stay right on the hip of Pendleton, maybe pull him for some faster splits for a few laps. You see Enoch, he's trying to stay with him on this lap right here. He's probably going to have a pretty fast split on this lap.
He's got a race.
Yeah, 29.55. Then he's got a 30.65 right there. So he's being pulled along. Going to try to take that.
I think we're going to see the places change. You saw Enoch starting to build through his swim. Look at Victor Martin. Almost closed all the distance between himself and Wyatt Jones. Still coming. Wyatt Jones still answering the call.
Yeah, that lead for that 2nd place spot has certainly grown much smaller. Jones still holding it. Martin coming for it, though.
It's like about almost a second difference now.
About 0.2 difference on the split. 30.93 for Jones, 30.7 for Martin.
Actually, Jones picked it up quite a bit.
He did, yeah.
Last 100.
He has been speeding up. He can probably, you can see the other swimmers in the pool too. He's looking over there and he sees him creeping up on him. He sees Martin. He's thinking, I gotta go, I can't let him pass me, so he knows it's game time. 30.9 for Jones, 30.6 for Martin, so still Martin's a little faster there. But
Edward Enoch coming on like a freight train.
Yeah, Enoch, he's being dragged by Pendleton, getting faster and faster. He's holding 30s now too.
All right, we got a legitimate race for 2nd and 3rd.
We do about 12 laps left for them.
Both holding 30 points now. So Wyatt Jones picked up this last 500 as well as did Victor Martin.
Yeah, you know, once you have that race going, you see the other swimmer. You're just pushing each other, and it makes it a lot easier to be able to drop your times down.
Looks like Jones coming off the wall strong is helping manage that lead off his push-offs off his walls.
Yeah, and like we were saying earlier, there's the actual swimming, and then you have the other half of the race, which is the turns in the underwaters, which is Jones is doing really well on those.
Pendleton, 30.0. That may be the first 30 point that I've seen him hit the entire race.
Yeah, just above the the 30 line. He'll probably drop it back down a little bit, maybe just a slower 50.
Could have been a turn.
Yeah, exactly. Could have gone too wide, could have gone too deep on the turn. Anything could have done it. Too deep on the underwater. But right here, he'll be back under for 29.88 on that 50.
Edward Enoch, 30.9.
Yeah, so he's holding 30s in the past few hundreds here. Jones is still maintaining that lead over Martin.
He's answered the call. He knows Martin's there, and Martin's not slowing down. He's like the Energizer Bunny. He just doesn't quit.
Oh, he's hunting him down. Jones was actually had a faster 50 split there, so he is trying to gain, kind of trying to make that lead a little larger again. And they're coming back with about 150, sorry, about 150 yards left after this.
.60 mark for both Jones and Martin. Jones hanging tough up there.
He is. He wants it, and it's just going to come down to who wants it more who wants that second place more between Jones and Martin.
I expect Josh Pendleton to start kicking it in here pretty soon. He's got some closing speed that is phenomenal.
Yeah, and he's going to be on the bell lap right here. So that was a 29.5. Let's see what he can do on this last 50.
Edward Enoch still bringing it strong. Just all right, Jones and Martin going to get the bell lap here as Josh Pendleton drives it home.
Pendleton is going to finish with a time of 16:13.13, which is a best time for him by a little bit, but a best time's a best time, and he's out there swimming by himself. I'm sure he probably did that 16:50, his other best time, probably in an open event with more competition around him, some older swimmers, so very good swim for him.
Uh-oh.
And here it comes down to the final 10 yards for Jones and Martin. And Jones,
he flipped.
He was ahead, but he didn't realize that was the last lap. So Martin was able to out-touch him on the finish because Jones did a turn. So Martin will take second place and Jones will take third.
He's going to have some bragging rights. My time's better and I flipped.
Yeah.
All right, nice swim there in lane number 7. Kobe Siebold. Nice swims there, gentlemen. Got one more swimmer to come. That time from this morning, the fastest time from the morning, 17:26. Where would that place? No, we had a pretty fast heat.
Yeah, so it'd get 8th place. So medal's a medal.
No, I was going to say that, pretty fast heat. So we're going to get ready for our first awards break. And when the awards are ready, we're going to switch over to the voice of the pool deck, Mike Miles. The event's coming up for the remainder of the evening.
Yeah, so we're going to have the boys 10 and under 200-yard freestyle along with the girls. And then the the 10 and under 200-yard freestyle. And then the 11-12 100 freestyle. 13 girls and boys 13-14 100 freestyle. Then we're going to have another awards break. Following that, the 11-12 50 butterfly, 13-14 200 butterfly. Then the 10 and under, 10 and under is not tonight. And then the 11-12 50 breaststroke, 13-14 200 breaststroke. Then the 11-12 500 freestyle. And then the 13-14 200 freestyle relay. We're going to be preparing for awards here shortly.
It's always fun to end up the night with a relay, especially that 200 relay.
Oh, absolutely.
It brings the excitement, and everybody's swimming tonight. So not just the top 8 swimmers.
Yeah, no, relays are super fun. You get the whole team into it. Everybody's on the sideline. Gets loud in here. It's a great environment, great way to end the night. I'm going to switch over to the awards here. Got the podium up on the screen for you.
One thing we haven't mentioned so far, we're going to be talking about it pretty quickly, is we saw 3 meet records broken this morning.
Yeah, we had Cooper McQuinston in the 100 freestyle. 13-14 boys 100 freestyle went 46.54. Grace Gannon in the 11-12 girls 50 fly went 26.07. And Sydney Ermel in the 11-12 girls 50 breast went 30.3. So lots and lots of fast swimming tonight. And usually that translates to even faster, or this morning, fast swimming this morning, and usually that translates to even faster swimming tonight. So maybe we'll see some more records broken tonight. Hopefully so. I love seeing records broken. It's always exciting to see that.
Presentation in 13-14 girls, 1650 freestyle. In 8th place from Valparaiso Swim Club, Reese Anderson. 7th place from Jasper Aquatic Wildcats, Natalie Rolling. 6th place from Southeastern Swim Club, Brooklyn Penn. 5th place from Munster Swim Club, Haley Kuzak. 4th place from Noblesville Swim Club, Maya Preston. In 3rd place from Fishers Area Swimming Tigers, Brooklyn Rager. Placing 2nd from Carmel Swim Club, Helena Weller. And the 2025 champion, 13-14 girls, 1650 freestyle from Carmel Swim Club, Haley Morris, in a time of 17:08.92. Our next award presentation is going to be in 13-14 boys, 1650 freestyle. Gentlemen, if you're not there yet, please head over to award staging. Coming up onto the awards podium now, the top 8 finishers, 13-14 boys, 1650 freestyle. In 8th place from Franklin Regional Swim Team, Oliver Inabet. 7th place from Fishers Area Swimming Tigers, Zakai Akhtar. Sixth place from Flashes Aquatics, Colby Sewell. Fifth place from Indiana Swim Club, Max Schroeder. Fourth place from Carmel Swim Club, Edward Enoch. Third place from Greater Evansville Aquatic, Wyatt Jones. Second place from Flashes Aquatics, Victor Martin. And your 2025 champion in 13-14 boys 1650 freestyle from Club Olympia, Joshua Pendleton, in a time of 16:13.13.
All right, welcome back. Up next, we're going to have the girls 10 and under 200-yard freestyle, and this is timed finals, so everybody will be swimming. There's going to be 7 heats of this. Starting with heat 1, lane 1, we're going to have Lacey Miller from Pendleton Swim Club, Haley Mason in lane 2 from PCA, Michaela Morris in lane 3 from Carmel Swim Club, Hayden Lime from NASA in lane 4, Cora Arnold from Noblesville Swim Club, and then Taya Glasper from Wave Maker Swim Team. And then in lane 7, Eleanor Cropeau from Terre Haute Torpedoes.
All those young ladies are 9 years old, so this is one thing that we hoped would happen in Indiana swimming. We switched to single-age time standards, getting some of these young ladies some experience at age 9, so there isn't such a gap between them being at state and having to go 2 years to be able to gain experience at this meet level.
Yeah, and that's a great thing, and it's a big deal for them too. And I remember making my first state meet, and it's just when you're young, it's just super awesome. Everybody's super excited for you, and it's just a great feeling. And then we also have an 8-year-old in this race later as well. So yeah, super young swimmers in this, and it's just great to see all that starting off at a young age. And this is, for 10 and unders, 200s, it's a long event for them. I remember swimming my first 200, and it's scary when you're that young. You get worried. It's the longest race that they swim, so.
No lap counter in this race, though.
No, it's 8 laps, and you gotta hope you don't count wrong, which has happened to me before too. But yeah, coming through the first 100, Cora Arnold's turning first at 110.7. It's a pretty fast time. Second is Lalime, 114. Third, Cropeau with 114.
7 heats of the 200 freestyle. It's a time final event, so there is no prelims and final of this event. The awards for the 10 and under 200 freestyles and 100 butterflies will be tomorrow, right before the start of their session on Saturday. They won't have their award ceremonies tonight. All right, let's see what happens here.
Yeah, and then the thing about the timed finals is there's 7 heats, but unlike regular finals for the older groups where the heats are protected, anybody can make the podium. So this girls in heat 1 can make the podium if they go fast enough.
See some of these young ladies with a nice race strategy. Look at the closing speed in lanes 1, 2, and 3. Some great racing going on here.
Yeah, really pushing it. Morris is coming up, or Lalime is coming up on Arnold.
She's had a nice back half. She might run out of pool, but Lalime is like right there.
Yeah, it looks like Arnold is gonna finish it in first with a time of 2:31.72. Lalime closely follows her, 2:33.07. Third place, Cropeau, 2:35.85 for that heat. Heat 2 coming up. Lane 1, we have Juliet McCullen from Valparaiso Swim Club, and that's the 8-year-old we were talking about. Very, very young, super impressive to see. Lane 2, Allie Lautner from Carmel Swim Club. Lane 3, JJ Bonfido from Boilermaker Aquatics. In lane 4, we have Katie Harrison from Cardinal Swim Club. Lane 5, Anison Worley from Noblesville Swim Club. Lane 6, Grace Steffen from Franklin Regional Swim Team. Lane 7, Tilly Sharon from Northwood Aquatics Club. And then in lane 8, Callie Harb from Munster Swim Club.
You know, these young ladies in this 200 freestyle, they're 9-year-olds, the 8-year-olds, all this experience really pays off when they come back and they age up to 10, and it's their second age group state or third age group state, and their confidence level is just through the roof.
Oh, absolutely. There can't be enough. There's not enough that can be said about gaining the experience. You know, if it's not your first time at the race, then you have a different level of confidence, and you're not really as nervous going into it because you know what's going on.
Lane number 2, Loeffner from Carmel, splits a 36.15. She's the fastest swimmer in the pool right now.
Yeah, and she's taking a very, very large lead going into the 150. Followed closely behind her is Sharon down in lane 7.
Loeffner came in with a 2:35 as a seed time. She's well ahead of that pace. We got some great racing going down here in lane number 7. Sharon's from Wavemaker swim team.
Yeah, she's coming into the last 50 with a second place, but Cajon and Worley are right with her. And Launer is going to be your top finisher in the heat. Her time is going to be 2:22.38. Huge drop for her. Second place is going to be Sharon, 2:31.59, and Calhoun finishes third with 2:32.94.
That's the 8-year-old.
Yeah, wow. Incredible swim from the 8-year-old. Such a young age competing at that level. Heat 3 is about to be underway. In lane 1, we have Anna Parentau from Westfield Aquatics, Megan Quee in lane 2 from Avon Community Swim Team, then Emma Stillwell from Cardinal Aquatics, Anne-Marie Anacker in lane 4 from Cardinal, Violet Boch from Boilermaker Aquatics, Lily Ernest is in lane 6 from Mount Vernon Swim Team, Taylor Preston is in lane 7 from Concord Swim Club, and then Amy Wu from Boilermaker Aquatics is at the bottom of your screen in lane 8.
Looks like Lily Ernest was shot out of a cannon here. She's out fast,
yeah.
31.57. It's one thing about the 200 freestyle. It's not about who's first at the 50. It's about who's first at the 200.
Yeah, exactly. And yeah, Preston taking a very commanding lead here at the beginning. A little battle for second place is going on between Boch and Stillwell. And also Parentau at the top is kind of making a push for it. Yeah, through the first 100, Preston is going to be your leader at 107.34.
Preston from Concord.
Still maintaining that lead.
She's going to be pretty close to Sharon, or from Loeffner's time. Allie Loeffner from Carmel, who's put up the 2:22.38.
She's right there, coming into the last turn. And like we said earlier, any of these girls in any of the heats can qualify for the podium. So doesn't matter what heat you're in. If your time's fast enough, you'll get a medal. And she's going to touch at a 2:22.69. First place finisher in the heat. Second place is going to go to Violet Boch with a 229.83, and Stillwell in lane 3 is going to finish with a 232.9. Heat 4 is coming up. We have Brenly Kinsinger from Lake Central Barracudas in lane 1. Evelyn Martin from Irish Aquatics in lane 2. Opal Enoch from Carmel Swim Club in lane 3. Olivia Fichetti from Pace Setter Aquatics in lane 4. Alea Baker from NASA in lane 5. Allison Mace in lane 6 from Mount Vernon Premier Aquatics. Macy Couch from Hoosier Hills Otters in lane 7. And then Millie Shelkington from Zionsville Swim Club. Taking a nice lead is Olivia Fichetti. Followed not too far behind is really the rest of the pool. They're all fighting for that second place position right now. Any of them could take it. But right now at the moment, it looks like Shelkington has it.
That's the bottom of your screen, lane number 8. No slow lanes here at the IU Natatorium. 37.8.
And then, yeah, so lane 2 and 3, or lane 7 and 8 are fighting for that 2 and 3 spot right now. About 75 yards left.
Teaching these young athletes to swim at 200. I remember the age group coaches always talking about 75, 50, 50, 25. Build that first 75, a 50 a little faster, a 50 a little faster, and then sprint home.
Yeah, and that's definitely a good way to think about it too. When you're that young, just break it up into different segments. It's not as overwhelming. You know, you can do a 75, that's not too bad, and then a 50, that's not bad. You know, 50, it's not. You know, do another one, and then you just have a 25 left, and it's a good way to think about it. 200's a big number. Break it up, and it sounds a lot better. But Fichetti is going to be your first place finisher in this heat. And then that second place is coming down to Couch and Shelkington. We're going to see who takes it. Strong finishes for both of them. Fichetti finishes in 222.52. And then that second place is going to go to Couch with a 228.58 and then 228.6.02 off for Shelkington. Very, very close race for that second place position.
Can't blink .02.
No. All right, and we have Heat 5. In lane 1, Addison Salvadori from Southeastern Swim Club. Elizabeth Berkey from PCA in lane 2. Charlotte Cameron in lane 3 from Brownsburg Swim Club. Natalie Gregory from Brownsburg Swim Club in lane 4. Collins Peachy in lane 5 from Tri-West Swim Club. And then Addison Stevens in lane 6 from Flashes Aquatics. Bryn Wells in lane 7 from Irish Aquatics. And Lyle York in lane 8 from Warriors Swim Club. Taking the first place up in lane 2 at the beginning of the race is Elizabeth Berkey. Looks like Peachy might be taking that spot from her, though, after this 50. They're still right with each other on that turn.
Collins Peachy, a 9-year-old from Tri-West Swim Club.
Yeah, she's got another year after this in the same age group. And that first place is going to go to Peachy at the 100, 109.4 and 109.41 for Berkey. They are right with each other. And then that race for third is coming down to Cameron and Gertie. In lanes 3 and 4. Berkey and Peachy still right with each other. They've got a race going.
Top 3 times were all 2:22 so far. The fastest time still Sharon in lane heat number 2 at 2:22.38.
Berkey was able to reclaim that first spot, one with a 37.69 versus Peachy's 38.89 on that 50. So coming down to the last lap, they're right with each other. We'll see who takes it here. We've got a race going on down in 6, 7, 8, and 2. All three of those swimmers are right with each other. Coming down to the last final 5 yards. It's going to be Peachy retakes it with a 2:23.61. Berkey's going to be second with a 2:23.76. And Charlotte Cameron in lane 3 with a 2:28.64. Heat 6 is coming up. In lane 1, we have Maya Jerwa from Club Olympia swim team. Caitlin Perkins is in lane 2 from Fishers Area Swimming Tigers. Elena Lawson in lane 3 from Avon Community Swim Team. In lane 4, Elena Perez from Irish Aquatics. Mila Duke is in lane 5 from Wave Makers Swim Team. Amelia Wall from Trojan Aquatic Club. And then Carson Guggenbiller from Jay County Swim Club. And then in lane 8, Casey Daly from Noblesville Swim Club.
This looks like a pretty aggressive heat now.
Yeah, they're all right with each other. This is anybody's race right now. Perez touches first at the 50, 31.7, 31.71 for Mila Duke right behind her. 100th of a second, rather.
Top 3 simultaneously hits that far turn wall.
Yeah, they're right with each other, all lined up, stroke for stroke. Coming into the final 100. Perez is going to maintain that lead. Lawson flips Duke, so she's going to be in second now. Duke in third. Lawson sitting right on Perez. She's almost drafting like you were talking about earlier, sitting right on that lane line, riding her hip. Looks like she might be coming up in front off that turn in the underwater. We'll see at the turn.
Having a good swim at the top of your screen, lane number 1, Myra Javal.
Yeah, she's fighting for that third place position right now.
Myra Gerald. She's hanging in there. She's on everybody's feet. Nobody probably sees her.
Oh, no. Lawson was able to take that first place position from Perez, though, coming into the final 50. And Duke is making a run for it. It's anybody's race right now.
You see that 25 sprint here at the end?
Yeah, and it's between Duke and Lawson right now. Duke's going to run away with it. Mila Duke is going to win your heat by about a body length with a 2:20.3. Lawson follows 2:22.08, and then Perez finishes third with a 2:22.24. Duke finished that final 50 in a 33.9, about 3 seconds faster than anybody in the pool.
That's the fastest time so far, 2:20.30. 1 heat to go.
This is Heat 7, your final heat. We have M. Dahmer in lane 1 from Fort Wayne Swim Team. Paisley Jimenez from Carmel Swim Club in lane 2. Nicole Ron in lane 3 from Carmel Swim Club as well. Josie Calhoun from Valparaiso Swim Club in lane 4. Catherine Kanita in lane 5 from Hoosier Hills Otters. Maddie Goya in lane 6 from Indiana Swim Club. Rosalie Ackerman from Franklin Regional Swim Team in lane 7. And then Maven Fedez in lane 8 from Wabash Valley Swim Team.
This is the fastest seeded heat. Fastest seed, lane number 4, Josie Calhoun from Valpo.
Yeah, and Calhoun and Ackerman are going, or excuse me, Calhoun and Goya are going at it right now for that first place position. And then for that third place position, we've got 3 or 4 people right there, right in the mix. Any one of them could take it with the second 100 coming up right here. Goya is going to flip first, 102.08 at the 100. Calhoun, 102.47. And then Kanita is third right now with a 106.12. 106.17 for Ron, so she's right there for that third place position. Top of your screen, Ami Dahmer is also right there as well. They've got a little three-way thing going, seeing who can take it. Calhoun's about to take the lead from Goya with a 34.46 versus Goya's 35.51 50 split.
Quite a battle for third place. Lanes 3 and 5. Ron and Canada.
Yeah, and Calhoun is going to run away with this one.
Josie Calhoun from Valpo.
And this is your top-seeded swimmer. She's going to finish in 2:11, by far the fastest time of the night. And that's about a 4-second best time for her. Second place is Maddie Goya, 2:13.91, also a very fast time. And then finishing third is Catherine Kaneda in lane 5 with a 2:17.74. Very, very fast swims in this heat.
Unofficially, Josie would be first place in a time final event. So that's the unofficial final results. The boys are up next.
Yep, moving on to the boys 10 and under 200-yard freestyle, heat 1 of 4. This is timed finals as well. In lane 1, we have Luke Nelson from NASA. In lane 2, Max Temps from Club Olympia swim team. In lane 3, we have Juan Lim from Boilermaker Aquatics. In lane 4, Donovan Reborn from Fishers Area Swimming Tigers. In lane 5, Drew Miller from Southeastern Swim Club. In lane 6, we have Kyle Baduck from Fishers Area Swimming Tigers. Owen Lowe is in lane 7 from Lake Central Barracudas, and then Joshua Purvis is in lane 8 from Center Grove Aquatic Club. We've got about a three-way tie right here for first place. We got Leem in lane 3, Miller in 5, and Bulldog in 6, seeing who wants it. Still a lot of swimming to go, though. Anybody could make it up. Wilburn is sitting right there in lane 4.
It's so fun to watch these guys because you can see what they learn. When you watch them do their flip turns and they really push off and try to stay streamlined off the walls, or their dolphin kicking off the walls, let's see what type of skills they've learned.
Oh, yeah. And that's stuff that if you learn and practice at a young age, it translates very, very well to when you're older, because it's like we were talking about earlier, in the mile, and it's not even just the mile, because when you have a 50 free and it comes down to hundredths of a second, that extra dolphin kick or that tighter streamline, that good push off the wall can make all the difference. But we have Kyle Baduk right now in lane 6 with the lead, a little three-way tie right now for second place. It looks like Drew Miller is edging them out a little bit. Going into the final 50.
Keep an eye on lane number 5. Drew Miller from Southeastern starting to make a run.
He's coming for him.
And you can see them, the little bit of strategy that maybe coaches talk to them about. You can see when they make their moves.
Yeah, and he's coming for him. Miller's coming, Bodok's trying to hold him off. And he's going to be able, looks like he's going to pass him. It's going to come right down to it. And Miller is going to finish first with a 2:24.38. Second will be Badok with a 2:25.04. Third place, Donovan Reborn with a 2:28.02. And something that I noticed on that final lap is that Miller was breathing, looking towards Badok. Badok was not looking at Miller, so maybe he didn't see him coming up, but Miller certainly had his eyes on him.
I'll give Miller credit. He didn't breathe from the flags on in either. He really wanted the touch.
And they teach that too. That's right from flags to the wall and the finish. You finish strong. We have heat 2 going right now. Lane 1, Luke Swayze from Center Grove Aquatic Club. Weasley Wheat in lane 2 from Wind Tidal Wave. Zishan Hoffman in lane 3 from Carmel Swim Club. Colton Rout in lane 4 from Indiana Swim Club. Shilo Pak in lane 5 from Carmel Swim Club. Noah Benz from Fishers Area Swimming Tiger in lane 6. Hudson Hoagland from NASA. And then Oliver Grishop from Noblesville Swim Club in lane 8.
I mean, these look like mini senior swimmers right now. Watch them. They come through those turns. They take those dolphin kicks off the wall.
Yep. Yeah, it's what they practice. Coaches, they drill it in them from a young age. Dolphin kicks, dolphin kicks, dolphin kicks, strong off the wall. And many of the best swimmers in the world, and then the best swimmers in the age group level, one thing they all have in common is they have strong underwaters and they have fast turns.
And they need to learn it at an early age. It's hard to learn it when you're in high school.
Oh, absolutely. I know that better than anyone. I did not. I learned it young. I didn't listen very well. Noah Benz right now, though, taking the lead, coming into the final 50. Second place, Colton Rout in lane 4. Third place at the bottom of your screen, Oliver Grishop. That second place position is they're really fighting for it. Rout and Grishop, we'll see who takes it. Benz has all but solidified his win in this heat.
See if he posts a time that's going to be tough to beat.
He's going to finish and come in at a 2:18.93. And then your second place finisher is Grishop, just out touches Rout. His time 2:24.26, and then Colton Rout finishes with a 2:24.28 in lane 4. Heat 3 stepping up to the blocks right now. Anders Johnson in lane 1 from Zionsville Swim Club, then Nolan Laneman in lane 2 from Michiana Marlins Swim Club. Jace Jackson in lane 3 from Fishers Area Swimming Tigers. Liam Rappel in lane 4 from Portage Porpoise Swim Club. Harrison Hull from Flashes Aquatics. Max Williams in lane 6 from Elkhart United Aquatics. Nathan C. in lane 7 from Flashes Aquatics. And Maddox Mackrell in lane 8 from Fishers Area Swimming Tigers. First place position right now, Jace Jackson takes it with a 29.49, very fast start. Also from Liam Rapet, second place, 29.88. They're going at it right now. Looks right neck and neck. We'll try to see who takes it at the turn. They're dead even.
Keep an eye on lane number 5, making a move in the middle of the pool. That's Harrison Hall. Starting to build into the front half of this race.
So Jace Jackson is going to take that first place, coming in through the 100, 103.3 and 103.75 for Rappel in second. Third's going to go to Hull, fourth's going to go to Laneman right now. They've got a good race going on. These first two swimmers in lane 3 and 4 are really going at it. Looks like Rappel is going to be able to pull away a little bit on this 50. We'll see what happens on the last 50. He goes 33.8 on that 50 versus Jackson's 35.35. Hull down in lane 5 went 34.93, so he's catching up. Pulling away from Laneman in lane 2. Last 25, they're right at it. Rappel's got a little bit of an advantage here.
Here comes lane 5.
And Liam Rappel is going to finish first with a 2:11.23, followed very closely behind by Jace Jackson with a 2:11.47 in lane 3. Harrison Hull finishes third with a 2:13.35. Max Williams fourth, 2:19 flat.
Nice swim, gentlemen.
Excellent
One more heat.
Swim. Final heat of your boys 10 and under 200-yard freestyle. In lane 1, we have James Davis from Fishers Area Swimming Tigers. John Reeder is going to be in lane 2 from Valparaiso Swim Club. Mason Cogswell in lane 3 from Carmel Swim Club. Gabriel Brown from Fishers Area Swimming Tigers in lane 4. Ben Schroeder from Indiana Swim Club in lane 5. And then in lane 6, we have Chad Pendleton from Club Olympia Swim Team. Andrew Orth is going to be in lane 7 from GEVV. And then Luke Rojek from Valparaiso Swim Club is going to be in lane 8. At the bottom of your screen, lane 1 is going to be up there at the top. And your first place coming through the 50 is going to be Gabriel Brown. He touches in a 28.37 on that turn, 29.1 for Cogswell, second place. Third place at the very bottom of your screen, Luke Rojek, 29.3. Trying to make a little push from the outside. And I'll tell you, Gabriel Brown looks fast right now. He's got a good, strong, powerful stroke. He's got a good kick behind him. But don't count Cogswell out yet. He's sticking right on him. Looking right at his feet right now, going to the turn. Through the 100, he goes 59.42. He's on pace for the record time. We'll see if he's able to do that through the second 100.
Gabe Brown, a 9-year-old.
We have 4 people right now on pace for the record. We'll see how that translates through the second 100, see if they can keep that up. But Gabriel Brown way under it. And he doesn't look to be slowing down.
No, he doesn't.
He's moving. And he's pulling those other swimmers along with him. So we might have a few people break it.
Holy cow.
Yeah, Gabriel Brown is way under 32 on that. If he goes 32 again, he will have broken the record. Second place, Mason Cogswell right now. Third place, Ben Schroeder. Final 25, he's going to turn at 146. So as long as he doesn't die out completely on this 25, we may have a new record for the Indiana Age Group State Championship.
And association record.
And the association record, and he does it. That's going to be a new record by Gabriel Brown with a 2:03.25. Mason Cogswell finishes second with a 2:07.36, and Ben Schroeder finishes third, 2:09.67. Excellent swimming there. Super strong race by Gabriel Brown. The very impressive race. Came out strong and finished strong as well.
That is a meet and Indiana Association record. Jacob Sewers back in 2015. Great swim.
Moving on to the girls 11-12 100-yard freestyle now. This is the consolation final. In lane 1, we have Grace Stormbeck from NASA. In lane 2, we have Millie Seals from Southeastern Swim Club. In lane 3, we have Leah Morgan from Fishers Area Swimming Tigers. In lane 4, Evelyn Han from Brownsburg Swim Club. In lane 5, Ruby Sininger from Irish Aquatics. In lane 6, Vivian Morris from the Carmel Swim Club. In lane 7, Fiona Rosebottom from PCA. And then in lane 8, Annika Hansen, also from Carmel Swim Club. Coming in with 25 left right now. They're all right with each other. I can't even tell you who's in first right now. You've got about 6 people all fighting for that win in the consolation finals, fighting for that 9th place. It's going to come right down to the finish. And Ruby Sininger is going to take it in lane 5 with a 58.06, followed by Evelyn Hayen in lane 2 with the 58.17, and then Leah Morgan in third, 58.48. We now have your championship final heat for the girls 11-12 100-yard freestyle. In lane 1, we have Nora Hull from Flashes Aquatics. In lane 2, Maggie Hubster from Crown Point Swim Club. In lane 3, we have Audrey Krill from Valparaiso Swim Club. In lane 4, Kate Allen from Carmel Swim Club. In lane 6, Isabel Cox from Flashes Aquatics. In lane 6, Annie Hare from Fishers Area Swimming Tigers. Lane 7, Nora Kellstorm from Duneland Swim Club. And then in lane 8, we have Presley Barker from Southeastern Swim Club. This is your championship final. Off the blocks, coming out very, very fast is Kate Allen, your top seed right now. She already has about a half body length on everybody coming out of the turn. Has a good lead, about a full body length now coming through the first 50. She's going to touch with a 24.78, 26.1 for Isabel Cox in second. Third is Annie Hare right now, 26.29 through that turn. Coming to the last 25, Kate Allen has a good lead. That second place position is very contested right now.
Could we see our second meet record and association record in a row?
She's right there. And I think so, and yes, we do. Kate Allen finishes with a 51.85. That is also a new record, breaking Addison Carlisle's record from 2021. Second place goes to Isabel Cox with the 54.51, and third goes to Annie Hare with the 54.79. Amazing race right there. 2 records already tonight.
It's an Indiana meet record and an association record. The difference between the two is a meet record has to be done at the meet. An association record means it can be done at any meet by an Indiana swimming athlete.
All right, we have the boys 11-12 100-yard freestyle now. This is the consolation final. Stepping up to the blocks, about to take off in lane 1. We have Kale Dahmer from Fort Wayne swim team. In lane 2, we have Eli Beer from Wave Makers swim team. In lane 3, Jack Berkey from PCA. In lane 4, Miller Simmons from Zionsville Swim Club. Lane 5, Amos Guthius from WTSC. In lane 6, Xavier Dowling from Oak Hill Swim Club. Lane 7, Rory Donahue from Valparaiso Swim Club. And then in lane 8, Will Lewis from Center Grove Aquatics Club. Coming in the first 50, we have a very tight race. Everybody's right with each other. To touch first on the turn is Miller Simmons in lane 4 with a 26.89. Followed very closely with a 27.82 by Kale Dahmer up in lane 1. Anybody's race right now coming into the final 25. And it looks like Kale Dahmer has taken a slight lead over Simmons. It's hard to tell from this angle. But it's coming down right to the final 5 yards. Whoever touches first finishes hard. And Simmons is going to take it in lane 4 with a 56.54. And then Guthius is going to get second with a 56.55. Third place goes to Rory Dunhue in lane 7. This is the championship final for the boys 100-yard freestyle 11-12s. We have Dylan Zhao from Carmel Swim Club in lane 1, AJ Chesterfield in lane 2 from Southeastern, Dylan Pangerman from Carmel Swim Club in lane 3, Austin Young in lane 4 from Fort Wayne Swim Team, Timmy O'Rourke from Terre Haute Torpedoes in lane 5, Zane Seeley from Flashes Aquatics in lane 6, Ontario Johnson in lane 7 from Munster Swim Club, and then Jacob Weaver in lane 8 from NASA. This is your championship final.
All 12-year-olds in this heat.
Yeah, only 2 11-year-olds in the entire finals, and they were both in the consolation heat, which just shows, you know, the difference between the 11 and 12-year-olds. There's a big difference. It's just 1 year, but there's a lot of strength that happens and a lot of experience that happens in that 1 year too. Coming in the first 50, we have Austin Young touching first, 24.26. Followed right behind him is Timmy O'Rourke, 24.86. Austin Young is about a half body length lead right now. We'll see if anybody can close the gap. Second place could go to anybody. Right now it looks like Dylan Pagerman is going to take second place, but don't count anybody else out yet. Austin Young is going to touch first. That's your champion with a 51.38. Second place goes to Dylan Pagerman with a 52.6 in third place. Down in lane 7, Ontario Johnson, 52.72. We have the girls 13-14 100-yard freestyle now. This is the consolation finals. In lane 1, we have Aitlin Bilgerser from Irish Aquatics. In lane 2, Peyton Nelson from NASA. In lane 3, Mia Teffler from Munster Swim Club. In lane 4, Audrey Wolf from Fishers Area Swimming Tigers. In lane 5, Liz Holds from Elkhart United Aquatics. In lane 6, Savannah Janke from Center Grove Aquatic Club. In lane 7, we have Gina Hench from Fort Wayne Swim Team. And then in lane 8, Sophia Mueller from Fort Wayne Swim Team. Once again, this is the consolation finals.
Oh, Kelly Pash setting that record back in 2016. What an impressive record that was for a 13, 14-year-old. Kelly with a great career, swimming at Texas and on national teams.
Coming down, it's anybody's right now. We'll see who finishes first, and it's going to be Mia Teffler with a 52.96 in lane 3, finishing second. Audrey Wolf, 53.3. Championship finals coming up right here. In lane 1, we have Haley Morris from Carmel Swim Club. Alex Clark is in lane 2 from Carmel Swim Club. Haley Hunter is in lane 3 from Zionsville Swim Club. Kendall Diekman is in lane 4 from Fishers Area Swimming Tigers. Ashlyn Hayes is from Fishers Area Swimming Tigers. Brenly Bonas in lane 6 from Dunland Swim Club. Bryn Law in lane 7 from Dunland. And then Madeline Yonkis from Carmel Swim Club down in lane 8 at the bottom.
We just saw Haley Morris in the 1650, now in the 100 freestyle. I guess she's got range, huh?
Oh yeah, that's all over the place. You got a all-out sprint and then a very, very long distance event. Very well-rounded swimmer. First place right now looks like Dykeman has it. She's gonna turn at a 24.32, followed very closely behind Brenly Bonas with a 24.61. They're right at it coming into this final turn. Looks like Dykeman has it by a little bit.
Nice turn by Dykeman.
Yeah, that
strong
was
push off.
Very, very fast turn.
Here comes Bonas. Lane number 5, Hayes.
Kendall Dykeman's going to be your champion with a 50.92, followed by Ashlyn Hayes with a 51.34. Third place goes to Brenly Bonas with a 51.39. This is your consolation final heat for the boys 13-14 100-yard freestyle. In lane 1, we have Christian Miller from Pace Setter Aquatics. Lane 2, Dylan Van Sant from Indiana Swim Club. In lane 3, Austin Pritz from Boilermaker Aquatics. In lane 4, Carter Kellett from Carmel Swim Club. In lane 5, Logan Sr. from Fishers Area Swimming Tigers. In lane 6, Justin Yang from Poor Pies Swim Club. In lane 7, Braden McAllips from Franklin Regional Swim Team. And then in lane 8, Kahari Slater from Zionsville Swim Club. Coming in the first 50, up at the very top of your screen, Christian Miller. And at the very bottom of your screen, Kahari Slater. We have the two people on the outside.
Wow.
Going for 1 and 2. They called out an outside smoke. We'll see what happens coming into the last 25.
Slater blowing it out. Looks like he had a better swim in him from the morning.
Yeah, he's going to finish very, very, very strong. Very fast time. He's going to win that consolation finals with a 48.22. Finishing second is Kellett with the 50.03. Third place goes to Senior with the 50.18.
I'm sure Coach told him he had something left in that one.
Yeah, that was an incredible improvement from the morning. Great swim.
All right, we got a meet record holder in this heat.
Here we go. It's the championship finals. In lane 1, we have Hudson Renrick from Carmel Swim Club. Landon Williams in lane 2 from Elkhart. Jackson Russell in lane 3 from PCA. And then your current Indiana meet record holder, Cooper McQuinston from Oak Hill Swim Club. Everett Heiser's in lane 5 from Zionsville. And then Matthew Cardros in lane 6 from Center Grove Aquatic Club. Lynn Ruan from Carmel Swim Club is in lane 8. And then Andrew Schreier in lane 8 from Brownsburg.
Well, Cooper McQuiston really had a great morning swim, breaking the meet record with a 46.54. He's our top seed.
And we'll see if he can do it again.
Beautiful turn.
And Jackson Russell is sitting right on him. But Cooper McQuinston is going to take about half body length going into that turn.
Powerful walls.
Second place right now, Matthew Cardros. 21.97 for McQuinston on that first 50. And coming into the final 10 yards right here, it looks like he's going to break that record again. And he is going to with a 46.2 second. That is another meet record. Finishing second is Jackson Russell in lane 3, 47.03, and finishing third is Matthew Cardros, 47.25 for him. We're going to take an awards break now. It's going to be the girls and boys 100-yard freestyle, and then the 13-14 100-yard freestyle as well. So 11-12 100 freestyle and 13-14 100 freestyle.
In 11 and 12 boys, 100 freestyle. In 8th place from Northridge Area Swim Association, Jacob Weaver. 7th place from Carmel Swim Club, Dylan Zhao. 6th place from Southeastern Swim Club, AJ Chesterfield. 5th place from Terre Haute Torpedoes, Timmy O'Rourke. 4th place for Flashes Aquatics, Zane Seeley. 3rd place for Munster Swim Club, Ontario Johnson. 2nd place from Carmel Swim Club, Dylan Pangaman. And the champion in 2025, 11 and 12 boys, 100 freestyle from Fort Wayne Swim Team, Austin Young, in a time of 51.38. And now the award presentation in 13-14 girls, 100 freestyle. Thirteen, 14 girls, 100 freestyle. 8th place from Carmel Swim Club, Haley Morris. 7th place from Doodland Swim Club, Bryn Law. 6th place from Carmel Swim Club, Madeline Yonkes. 5th place from Carmel, Alex Clark. 4th place from Zionsville, Haley Hunter. 3rd place from Doodland, Brenly Benez. 2nd from Fishers Area Swimming Tigers, Ashlyn Hayes. And your 2025 champion in 13-14 girls 100 free, also from the Tigers, Kendall Dykeman, in a time of 50.92. All right. Now the award presentation in event number 5, 11 and 12 girls 100 freestyle. In 8th place from Flashes Aquatics, Nora Hull. 7th place from Southeastern Swim Club, Presley Barkler. 6th place from Crown Point Swim Club, Maggie Hubster. 5th place from Duneland Swim Club, Nora Kellstrom. 4th place from Valparaiso Swim Club, Audrey Krill. 3rd place from Fishers Area Swimming Tigers, Annie Hare. Placing 2nd from Flashes Aquatics, Isabel Cox. And the 2025 champion in 11 and 12 girls 100 free from Carmel, Kate Allen, with a new meet record swim, 51.85. One more award presentation to go in this break. And now the award presentation for 13-14 boys 100 freestyle. These are your top 7 finishers in this event. 7th place from Carmel Swim Club, Hudson Wenrick. 6th place from Carmel, Linru On. 5th place from Brownsburg Swim Club, Andrew Schreier. 4th place from Elkhart United Aquatics, Landon Williams. 3rd place from Center Grove Aquatic Club, Matthew Quadros. Placing 2nd from Plainfield Community Aquatics, Jackson Russell. And the 2025 champion in 13-14 boys 100 free from Oak Hill Swim Club, Cooper McQuiston, setting a new meet record in this event with a swim tonight of a 46.27.
All right, we just had our awards for the 100-yard freestyle. Coming up next, we have the girls 11-12 50-yard butterfly. This is going to be your consolation final here in Heat 1. They're getting ready to swim, waiting for the podium to clear off so they can get the event underway. This is event number 9. Top seed tonight, Grace Gannon from Fishers Area Swimming Tigers with a 26.07. She is the current record holder for the meet. She set that time this morning. She has the fastest time by almost a second, followed closely behind by Kate Allen. And your girls' consolation heat is getting ready to go. We're going to have Miley Seals in lane 1 from Southeastern Swim Club. In lane 2 is going to be Dossie Robinson from Riverside Aquatic Club. Cruz Sergisketter is going to be from Wind Tidal Wave. In lane 3, Elena Sordaruski from Lake Central Barracudas. In lane 4, Geneva Odorawa from Brownsburg Swim Club. In lane 5, Stella Morith from Valparaiso Swim Club in lane 6, Leah Morgan in lane 7 from Fish's Area Swimming Tigers, and Remy Roche from Carmel Swim Club. The bottom of your screen in lane 8, lane 1 is at the top of your screen. It's kind of backwards, going top from bottom, lane 1 to 8. They're up on the blocks, getting ready to go. Timer's gonna get them set, and they're off. Taking an early lead is Stella Morith in lane 6, but all very even now coming into the turn. Looks like it's going to be between Sodorowski and Morith coming down to it. And Sodorowski is going to finish first with a 27.84. Finishing second is Stella Morith, 28.35, and third goes to Dossie Robinson. This is your championship final, girls, now for the 50-yard butterfly. Brooklyn Gilmore is in lane 1 from Carmel Swim Club. Also from Carmel Swim Club in lane 2, Aislinn George. In lane 3, Maggie Hubster from Crown Point Swim Club. Grace Gannon in lane 4 from Fish's Area Swimming Tiger, your current record holder. Kate Allen is in lane 5 from Carmel Swim Club also. Ruby Sininger in lane 6 from Irish Aquatics. Isabella Hong in lane 7 from Carmel Swim Club. And Yan Zhang from Carmel Swim Club in lane 8. Carmel Swim Club taking up 5 of the lanes in this championship final.
Grace Gannon had a outstanding swim this morning, got a lot of momentum off her turn.
Let's see if she can improve on that record right here. Coming to the turn, she does have the lead. Very strong underwater from her.
26:07. You might as well go 25:9 if you're going to go that fast.
She's right there, and she is going to go 25.87, and that is going to be a new meet record for Grace Gallen. Second place finishes Kate Allen, 26.2. And then third place goes to Maggie Hubster, 26.9. Now we're moving on to your boys' 11-12 50-yard butterfly constellation finals. In lane 1, we have James Hong, Carmel Swim Club. Lane 2 is Nolan Bard from Hobart Swim Club. Lane 3, Amos Gruthius from WTSC. Lane 4, Jack Berkey from PCA. Evan Sturger is in lane 5 from Boilermaker Aquatics. Then Quinn Zars in lane 6 from Franklin Regional Swim Team. Eli Beer in lane 7 from Wavemaker Swim Team. And then Luke Roman in lane 8 from Avon Community Swim Team. Coming into the final 25, a dead even sprint to see who will take it. About 10 yards left, all right there. And it's going to be Evan Sturger finishing first, 28.74. Finishing second, Quinn Zars, 28.9. Moving on to your championship finals here for the boys 11-12 50-yard butterfly. Colin Petts is in lane 1 from Yorktown Swim Club. Vincent Chen in lane 2 from Carmel Swim Club. Timmy O'Rourke in lane 3 from Terre Haute Torpedoes. Dylan Pangerman from Carmel Swim Club is in lane 4. Ontario Johnson's in lane 5 from Munster. AJ Chesterfield's in lane 6, hailing from Southeastern Swim Club. Lane 7 is Ben O'Leary from Zionsville. And then Zane Seeley is in lane 8 from
Slight delay down on the pool deck.
Waiting for the other swimmers to clear out the pool. Your top seed tonight is Dylan Pangerman, who went 26.81 this morning. Off the blocks they go. Pangerman gonna take a lead. Very strong start. Very solid underwater right there. He is gonna touch first, but very, very closely followed by Ontario Johnson. He does have a little bit of a lead, Pangerman.
Here comes Johnson.
Johnson's right there with him. And it's going to go to Pangerman, 25.95. And then Ontario Johnson, 26.1, is going to finish second. Third goes to Timmy O'Rourke with a 26 low. Didn't see the decimal point on there before it went off the screen, but he's your third place finisher. Moving on to the girls, 13-14, 200-yard butterfly. The consolation final heat. This is Reese Anderson in lane 1 from Valparaiso Swim Club, Maya Preston in lane 2 from Noblesville Swim Club, Elise Eubank from Fishers Area Swimming Tigers in lane 3, Audrey Wolf from Fishers Area Swimming Tigers in lane 4, Zara Patton from Fishers Area Swimming Tigers in lane 5, Kinsley Bogards from Southeastern Swim Club in lane 6, Mary McLeish from Fort Wayne Swim Team in 7, and then Mackenzie Soto from Dunland in lane 8. 200 butterflies, considered one of the hardest events in swimming. I think it's the hardest. It's right up there with the 4IM. And these ladies are absolute warriors for being able to go out and swim this 200 butterfly. Taking a nice little lead going into the first 75, Zara Patton. Followed, or not even really followed, right with her is Kinsley Bogards. Coming into the first 100, it looks like Zara Patton's going to touch first, and she does with a 102.28, 102.9 for Bogards. Third right now is Elise Eubank up in lane 3, 104.3 for her.
You notice Patton, everything moves forward. She's got a nice soft landing zone out front. You don't see a big splash when her hands enter the water.
Yeah, butterfly, you have to be, I never really figured out butterfly that well, so I can't speak that much on it, but I know being smooth, having a good second kick is very important, a good kick down, and then tight turns, tight, fast turns with good underwaters.
Zara looks just long and strong. You don't see her body undulating up and down. It's almost like she's on a surfboard paddling herself through.
Yeah, up and down it's not the direction you want to go. You want to move your body forward, press forward, rather than a lot of up and down movements, which can slow you down a lot. But Patton doing that really well.
Nice swim.
209.34 for Patton, finishes first. Second goes to Kinsley Bogards with a 213.13. Third goes to Elise Eubank, 213.87. This is going to be your championship final right here coming up. We have Haley Hunter in lane 1 from Zionsville Swim Club. Allie Amsden in lane 2 from Noblesville Swim Club. Caitlin Yak in lane 3 from Fort Wayne Swim Club. Evie Wheat in lane 4 from Westfield Aquatics. Abigail Campbell from Lake Central Barracudas in lane 5. Aylin Bilgesser, in lane 6 from Irish Aquatics. Lily Kane in lane 7 from Fisher Area Swimming Tigers. And then in lane 8, Ashlyn Hayes from the Fishers Area Swimming Tigers. Stepping up to the blocks right now, your top seed for the night is Evie Wheat from Westfield. She went 207.86 this morning. Ellie Clark from Carmel set the meet record with 159.97 last year in 2024. The association record belongs to Emily Wolf with a 157.57, which was set in 2023. She hails from Fishers Area Swimming Tigers. Touching first is Caitlin Yak with 27.22 on that first 50. Followed right behind is Evie Wheat with a 27.46. Looks like Wheat's going to overtake her coming into this 75 turn. Still right there. Abigail Campbell falling not far behind as well. First 100 is going to go to Evie Wheat. She's going to touch in a 57.88 on pace for a record. Thing about butterfly, though, is it's very hard to keep up that same pace, especially through the 200 with it being such a difficult event. We'll see if she could keep that up, maybe get a new record. Fighting for that second place position right now is Caitlin Yak and Abigail Campbell, lanes 3 and 5 respectively. 130 touch for Evie Wheat, a little bit off pace for the record. second is Abigail Campbell. And then right touching third on that is Caitlin Yak through that 150. Abigail Campbell is taking a little bit of a lead for that second place position, but Yak's still right there. Evie Wheat has solidified a pretty good lead. She's going to be your champion in the girls 13-14 200 butterfly. And touching in a 2:05.12. Very fast time from her, 2:06.39 for Campbell touching second, and Yak finishes third. Ashlyn Hayes finishes third, comes from the outside in a 2:07.33. This is your consolation finals for the boys 13-14 200-yard butterfly. In lane 1, we have Thomas Wanling from Irish Aquatics. In lane 2, Victor Martin from Flashes. Linry On in lane 3 from Carmel Swim Club. Brecken Luquette in lane 4 from Fort Wayne Swim Team. Wyatt Jones in lane 5 from GEVV. Hudson Wenrick in lane 6 from Carmel Swim Club. Malachi McKell from Capital Aquatics is in lane 7, and then Brecken Martin in lane 8 from Carmel Swim Club. Taking a quick lead is Malachi McKell down in lane 7. Also right there with him is Brecken Luquette. It's a long race, so we'll see how it pans out, but touching first at the 50 is Brecken Luquette with 26.4. Right behind him is Malachi McKell, 27.3, followed closely by Hudson Renrick, 27.7 through that first 50. Your top seed tonight is Mac Allen with a 155.3. The record is 151.48. That is both the meet and association records set by Yi Zhang in 2024. Coming through the first 100, 57.06 for Luquette. Malachi McKell is going to remain in second place, 58.37. And Hudson Renrick is going to remain in third. Very, very fast turns from Luquette. Something that is extremely important in breaststroke and butterfly is how fast those open turns are. It's a lot different than freestyle and backstroke. You can have those fast flip turns. That was really even the playing field, but if you can have a fast open turn is what it's called, then that can make a huge difference in your race. And a lot of people, especially in the 200 butterfly, like to take a long time on their turns, slow down a little bit. But carrying speed through those turns can make all the difference. Coming into the final lap, Brecken Luquette has a very strong lead, and it looks like Lunri On is going to take that second place position, but he's fighting for it. He's fighting for it with Wenrick. Luquette finishes in 2:01.7. On finishes in 2:03.61. Second place. Third place goes to Renrick, 2:03.98. That was your consolation finals. Here we have championship finals. About to step up to the blocks. In lane 1, we have Nolan Stormer from Westfield Aquatics. In lane 2, Kahari Slater from Zionsville. In lane 3, Joshua Pendleton from Club Olympia Swim Team. In lane 4, Mac Allen from Carmel Swim Club. That's going to be your top seed for tonight. In lane 5, Jaden Zai from Center Grove Aquatics Club. Logan Sr. from Fishers Area Swimming Tiger. In lane 6, Jackson Russell in lane 7 from PCA. And Carter Kellett in lane 8 from Carmel Swim Club. This is your championship final. The boys are stepping up to the block right now. And they're off. Jackson Russell and Carter Kellett down the bottom had a very, very strong start. All the boys down there look very smooth. Coming into that second 25, nice and strong. Touching first after the first 50 is going to be Mac Allen. Right behind him, Jackson Russell. They're separated by only about 1/10 of a second. Jaden Z is in third currently. Trying to take that second position. Up in lane 2, Kahari Slater also fighting for that second position as well. Mac Allen's going to turn at the 100 at a 53.57. He's first place. Jaden Zai takes second with 54.96. Third currently Jackson Russell, 55.22 through the first 100.
You reference the open turns. You watch the athletes as they come down to the starting end. When their hands touch the wall to when their feet leave the wall, 1.0 seconds or less is the goal.
Yeah, and it's hard to do. They practice open turns a lot. They'll have entire practices dedicated to just focusing on improving the speed of their turns and then the power coming off the wall as well. Strong push off the wall, leg strength is a big part of that.
As you said earlier, it's a tough race, trying to do a fast turn at the end of a 175-200 butterfly. And here we go, lane number 5.
A fight for first place. And Jaden Zai is going to take it in a 155.01, steals first place from Mac Allen, who went 155.12. Third place goes to Joshua Pendleton, 156.99. Excellent racing right there, coming down right to the finish. Coming up right here, we have our girls 10 and under, 100-yard butterfly. This is going to be timed finals, 5 heats. Any of the girls in any of the heats can qualify for the top 8 podium finish. Lane 1, we're going to have 3 swimmers. Haley Hines is in lane 3 from Center Grove Aquatic Club. Lily Elliott from Terre Haute Torpedoes in lane 4, and then Eleanor Capo in lane 5 from Terre Haute Torpedoes as well. These are 3 9-year-olds in this heat right here. All right, with each other going after the turn from the first 25. It looks like Lily Elliott has a Haley Hines actually has the lead now. Lily Elliott following right in second, and right in third Eleanor Capo, but all 3 right with each other. Touching first is going to be Haley Hines in a 40.01. After the 50, Eleanor Capo, second, 41.5, and then followed by Lily Elliott, 41.19. Coming in to the final 15 yards, 12.5 yards. Looks like Haley Hines is going to be your heat winner. She's going to finish with a time of 1:26.26. Followed by her is Eleanor Capone, lane 5, 1:28.38. And then Lily Elliott's 1:29.56. Heat 2 of timed finals for your girls 10 and under 100-yard butterfly. Lane 2, Cora Arnold from Noblesville Swim Club. Katie Harrison in lane 3 from Cardinal. Maddie Grizel in lane 4 from Fort Wayne Swim Team. Meven Feds from Wabash Swim Club. Sid Martz from HOT Swim Club in lane 6, and Michaela Morris in lane 7 from Carmel Swim Club. Maddie Grizel is taking a good lead right now, coming through the first 50 at 36.28. Followed closely behind her is Maven Fedis with a 37.44. And then Sid Martz is third right now, 38.74. Coming in the last 25, Grizel and Fedis are right there with each other. Fettis is trying to make a move. She's right there with her. And they're neck and neck coming into the final 5 yards. And Fettis is going to out-touch Griselle. 119.54 for Fettis and 119.8 for Griselle. Finishing third is Sid Martz with 124.22 as her time. Moving on to Heat 3, we have Elia Baker from NASA in lane 1, Molly Shelkington in lane 2 from Zionsville Swim Club, Natalie Gertie from Brownsburg Swim Club in lane 3, Elia York in lane 4 from Warriors Swim Club, Autumn Reese is in lane 5 from Lake Central Barracudas, then Brooklyn Van Herk in lane 6 from Plymouth Aquatics, JJ Bonfido in lane 7 from Boilermaker Aquatics, and then Carson Guggenbiller from Jay County Swim Club is in lane 8. Your leader right now, Brooklyn Van Herk, is going to touch in 34.84 through that first 50. Followed right behind her is Molly Shelkington, 36.15 for her. They're right with each other going into that final turn. It looks like Shelkington has passed Van Herk, taking the lead. A little battle for second place now with Baker in lane 1 coming up on Van Herk. Looks like Van Herk might be able to hold her off. Molly Shelkington finishes first with a 114. Van Herk does hold her off, 117.17, and Baker finishes third, 117.73. Heat 4 is next. Heat 4 of 5. Macy Couch is going to be in lane 1 from Hoosier Hills. Then Paisley Jimenez from Carmel Swim Club. Then Taylor Preston in lane 3 from Concord Swim Club. Then Allie Launer from Carmel Swim Club in lane 4. Grace Steffen in lane 5 from Franklin Regional Swim Team. Gracie Warling from Carmel Swim Club in lane 6. Cecilia Morgan from Fishers Area Swimming Tigers in lane 7. And Molly Daniel from Noblesville Swim Club in lane 8. Looks like down in lane 7 and 8 are going to be the first two coming through the wall. Up there is Jimenez 2. She touches second. First is Celia Morgan. Went through at 33.34. She's from Fishers Area Swimming Tigers. Coming into the final turn, she's going to remain the leader. Still a very close race, though. Can't call it yet. Four people battling for that first position right here. Morgan's hanging on to the lead coming into the final 5 yards. And she will take it in 111.97. Preston finishes second in lane 3 with a 112.65. Third place goes to Molly Daniel in lane 8 with a 113.66. This is your final heat of the girls 10 and under 100-yard butterfly, heat 5 of 5. Elena Lawson is going to be in lane 1 from Avon Community Swim Team. Catherine Kaneda from Hoosier Hills. And then Maddie Goya from Indiana Swim Club. Emma Dahmer from Fort Wayne Swim Team is in lane 4. Aria Coffey in lane 5 from Crown Point Swim Club. Elena Perez is in lane 6 from Irish Aquatics. Charlie Medford is in lane 7 from Indiana Swim Club. And then Eleanor Sean is in lane 8 from Southeastern Swim Club.
Well, that meet record is 103.23. Imagine that from a 10-year-old back in 2016 by Barrett Berglund. That's crazy fast.
Yeah, and Barrett Berglund swimming at Texas right now. She holds a couple of the Texas records, I believe, in backstroke.
NCAA Division I's going on right now, so she's in the pool.
Yep. First place right now is contested between Dahmer and Medford in lane 4 and 7. Looks like Dahmer has a slight lead. She does, and she's gaining some ground.
Lane number 8, some outside smoke here.
She's coming for her. Finishing first is going to be Dahmer in lane 4, 109. Second goes to Chan with a 109.89, and then Medford finishes third with a 110.48. Now moving on to your boys 10 and under 100-yard butterfly. This is also timed finals in lane 3. We have Lin Hao An from Carmel Swim Club, then Carson Lalime from NASA in lane 4, Donovan Reborn in lane 5 from Fishers Area Swimming Tigers. This is heat 1 of 5. Coming into the first 50, neck and neck is Lalime and Reborn, excuse me. And it's gonna be Reborn touches first, through the turn, 36.04, and then Carson Lalime's right there, 36 also. They're still right with each other going in that final turn. It looks like Lalime has a slight lead. Coming into the final 5 yards. He's got about a half body length lead. Lalime is going to finish first with a 117.23. Reborn's going to finish with a 118.2. And then Lin Hao An finishes third in the heat with a 131. Soft touch there, so couldn't get the decimal place. Heat 2 now. We have Anders Johnson from Zionsville Swim Club. Max Homan is in lane 2 from Carmel Swim Club. Luke Nelson's in lane 3 from NASA. Nathan C. is in lane 4 from Flashes Aquatics. Austin Ouyang is from Carmel Swim Club is in lane 5. Ko Jamison is in lane 6 from Fort Wayne Swim Team. Arash Thokade is in lane 7 from Club Olympia Swim Team. And then Tayden Lebold is in lane 8 from Concord Swim Club. Coming in through the first 50, your leader is Nathan Sai, 34.76 for him, followed by Koa Jamison, 36.33. And then Tayden Lebold down in lane 8, 37.44. In third place. Looks like he is getting overtaken. Lebold is getting overtaken by Theo Cade in lane 7. Nathan Sai holding on to that lead going into the final lap. That third place has a battle up in lane 1 too. Anders Johnson's fighting for it as well. The other side of the pool. Look, they're all fighting for second now, coming down to it. Finishing first, Nathan Sai, 116.97. Second place is going to go to Koa Jamison, 119.65. Finishing third, Tayden Lebold, 119.87. Heat 3 now, Tommy Zeller in lane 1 from Carmel Swim Club. Ben Weaver in lane 2 from GVV. Joey Dudzik from Munster Swim Club. And then Silo Pak is in lane 4 from Carmel Swim Club. Drew Miller is in lane 5 from Southeastern. Owen Lowe is in lane 6 from Lake Central. And then Diego Sanchez from Fishers Area Swimming Tigers is in lane 7. Then Zhu Yi Shang is in lane 8 from Boilermaker Aquatics. Very tight race right now. Looking down in lane 1, Zhu Yu Shang looks like he might be taking the lead here going through the first 50. And he does. He touches in 35.98. Following him is Silo Pak in lane 4 with 36.8. All the boys are right with each other going into this final final 30 yards. Up in lane 2, Ben Weaver looked like he touched first going into that final turn. And it looks like he does have a slight lead over the other swimmers. Don't count Diego Sanchez out though. He's right there with him. In lane 7, touching first is going to be Diego Sanchez, 119.74. Ben Weaver finishes second in 119.85. Finishing third, Chilo Pak with 120.77. Heat 4 now of your boys 10 and under 100-yard butterfly. Levi Miller is in lane 1 from Carmel Swim Club. Lex Vargas is in lane 2 from Valparaiso Swim Club. Nolan Laneman is in lane 3 from Michiana Marlins. And then John Reeder's in lane 4 from Valparaiso. Alex Z is in lane 5 from Carmel Swim Club. And then Brooks Carroll's in lane 6 from Win Title. And then Pete Willem from Avon Community Swim Team is in 7. And then Forrest Kersey is in lane 8 from Munster Swim Club. Taking a lead right now is Brooks Carroll, but right with him is Levi Miller up in lane 1. They're going to go 1-2 through that first turn, or through the second turn. First 50, 32.44 and 32.97 for them. Fighting for that first spot, but Alex G is running away with it a little bit. Levi Miller maintaining that second place position through that final turn. And Alex G is going to take it with a time of 109.68. Levi Miller finishes second, 111.51, and then 113.38 for Lex Vargas. Up in lane 2, lane 1 and 2, performing really well in that race. Final heat of your boys 10 and under 100-yard butterfly. Heat 5 of 5. This is Liam Preston in lane 1 from Carmel Swim Club, then James Davis from Fishers Area Swimming Tigers in lane 2. Duncan Chandler is in lane 3 from Fort Wayne Swim Team. Harrison Holes in lane 4 from Flashes Aquatics. Marek Shepetko is in lane 5 from Fishers Area Swimming Tigers. Ryan Tion is in lane 6 for Boilermaker Aquatics. Andrew Oreth is in lane 7 for GEVV, and Chad Pendleton is in lane 8 representing Club Olympia Swim Team. A battle going on for first place between Hull and Shepko.
The meet and association record, meet record 103.36 set by Kyle Whitaker back in 2002.
They're right on there. They're ahead of that right now. Going into the final turn, they're still ahead of it, turning at right about 46 mid. Harrison Holes looking to break that record, and he's coming in. And he's going to be just off the record, but finishes first. Harrison Hole, 103.68. Finishing second is Marek Shepetko, finishing in a 105.42, followed by Duncan Chandler, 108.03. Following this right now, we're going to have an awards break for the girls and boys 11-12 50 butterfly, and girls and boys 13-14 200 butterfly.
butterfly. In 8th place from Carmel, Brooklyn Gilmore. 7th place from Carmel, Yan Zhang. 6th place from Carmel, Isabel Hong. 5th place from Irish Aquatics, Ruby Sininger. 4th place from Carmel, Eslyn George. 3rd place from Crown Point, Maggie Hupster. Your 2nd place finisher from Carmel, Kate Allen, and the 2025 champion in 11 and 12 girls 50 butterfly from Fishers Area Swimming Tigers, Grace Gannon, setting a new meet record in this event at a 25.87. Congratulations, ladies. And now the award presentation in 11 and 12 boys 50 butterfly. In 8th place from Flashes Aquatics, Zane Seeley. 7th from Yorktown Swim Club, Colin Petts. 6th place from Zionsville Swim Club, Ben O'Leary. 5th place from Carmel Swim Club, Vincent Chen. 4th place from Southeastern Swim Club, A.J. Chesterfield. 3rd place from Terre Haute Torpedoes, Timmy O'Rourke. 2nd place from Munster Swim Club, Ontario Johnson. And the 2025 champion in 11 and 12 boys 50 butterfly from Carmel, Dylan Pangman, and a time of 25.95. Two more award presentations to go in this break. And now the presentation for 13-14 girls 200 butterfly. Here are your top 8 finishers, 13-14 girls, 200 butterfly. In 8th place from Zionsville Swim Club, Haley Hunter. 7th place from Noblesville Swim Club, Allie Amston. 6th place from Fishers Area Swimming Tigers, Lily Kane. 5th place from Irish Aquatics, Aylin Bilgeiser. 4th place from Fort Wayne Swim Team, Caitlin Yak. 3rd place from Fishers Area Swimming Tigers, Ashlyn Hayes. 2nd place from Lake Central Barracudas, Abigail Campbell. And your 2025 champion in 13-14 girls 200 butterfly from Westfield Aquatics, Evie Wheat, in a time of 2:05.12. And now the presentation for 13-14 boys, 200 butterfly. In 8th place from Carmel Swim Club, Carter Collette. 7th place from Westfield Aquatics, Nolan Stormer. 6th place from Fishers Area Swimming Tigers, Logan Sr. 5th place from Plainfield Community Aquatics, Jackson Russell. 4th place from Zionsville Swim Club, Kyrie Slater. 3rd place from Club Olympia Swim Team, Joshua Pendleton. 2nd place from Carmel, Mac Allen. And the 2025 champion, 13-14 boys 200 butterfly from Center Grove Aquatic Club, Jaden Z, in a time of 1:55.01. That concludes our awards break for now. Next up, 11 and 12 girls, 50 breaststroke.
All right, we have our girls 11-12 50-yard breaststroke coming up. This is the consolation final. In lane 1, Avery Beer is going to be swimming for Mishawaka Marlins. In lane 2, Allie Wall from Trojan Aquatic Club. Millie Seals is going to be in lane 3 for Southeastern Swim Club. Campbell Nash is going to be in lane 4 for Fort Wayne Swim Team. Kelly Grace Corba in lane 5 for Irish Aquatics. Harley Myers in lane 6 for Valparaiso Swim Club. Zhu Ling Xiang in lane 7 for Boilermaker Aquatics. And Geneva Autoara, from Brownsburg Swim Club in lane 8. Stepping up to the block right now, this is the consolation final. Top seed in this event is Sydney Ermel. She went 30.3 this morning. Your record holder is Sydney Ermel. She broke that record earlier this morning. That's the meet record. The association record, 30.37 by Brenly Bonez, set in 2023.
That doesn't make much sense. If she went 30.30, she broke the association record this morning too, right?
Yeah, you're absolutely right. It's listed wrong on here. So, Ermel's your record holder for both association and meet. Finishing first in the consolation finals is Campbell Nash, 33.86. Second place goes to Kelly Grace Cobra. This is going to be the championship final heat right here for the 11-12 50-yard girls breaststroke. In lane 1, Remy Roche from Carmel Swim Club. In lane 2, Yang Zhen from Carmel Swim Club. Stella Morith in lane 3 from Valparaiso Swim Club. And then Sydney Ermel, your record holder, in lane 4 from Carmel. Annie Hare is going to be in lane 5 from Fishers Area Swimming Tigers. Hadley Livers from Pace Setter Aquatics. In lane 6, Presley Barker in lane 7 for Southeastern Swim Club, and then Kara Jones in lane 8 from Flashes Aquatics.
Well, meet and association record broken this morning. Let's see if Sydney can break it again. 14 seconds at the 25.
And she has a solid lead coming in to the final push, 29.85. She's going to break her own record. Finishing second, Annie Hare, 31.62. And then finishing third, Hadley Livers with a time of 31.7. Sydney Ermel breaking her own record from this morning. This is the consolation final heat now for the boys 11-12 50-yard breaststroke. In lane 1, Jace Johnson from Valparaiso. Lane 2, Jackson Ruckman from Crown Point Swim Club. Quinn Zars is going to be in lane 3 from Franklin Regional Swim Team. Dylan Wells from Mishawaka Marlins. AJ Chesterfield is going to be in lane 5 from Southeastern Swim Club. Ben O'Leary swims in lane 6 for Zionsville Swim Club. Jeremiah Marshall in lane 7 for the Fishers Area Swimming Tigers. And Rory Dunhue for Valparaiso in lane 8. Very, very tight race between your top 3 swimmers. Zars, Wells, and Chesterfield in 3, 4, and 5. And the winner is going to be Dylan Wells, touching 33.37. Second place goes to Quinn Zars in 33.81. AJ Chesterfield finishes third, 33.9. Up next, your championship final for the boys 11-12 50-yard breaststroke. In lane 1, Cole Facchetti for Pacesetter Aquatics. Grant Feller in lane 2 for Wind Tidal Wave. Gatlin Babcock is going to be in lane 3 for Fishers Area Swimming Tigers. Austin Young in lane 4 for Fort Wayne Swim Team. Dylan Zhao for Carmel Swim Club in lane 5. Reginald Burton III in lane 6 for Mishawaka Marlins. Vincent Chen in lane 7 for Carmel. And then Nolan Bard in lane 8 for Hobart Swim Club. Meet record 29.68 set in 1999 by George Gershovich.
Austin Young not far off that. Let's see if he can get it.
Not far off at all. Just at 0.29 off. He's right there with it. He's got a good lead coming into the final 10 yards. Dylan Zhao right there with him though. Touching first, Austin Young, 30.31. And then finishing second, Dylan Zhao, 30.53. Third place goes to Gatlin Babcock, 30.87. Austin Young a little slower than this morning, but he got the job done and won. Championship racing. And now we have your girls 13-14 200-yard breaststroke. In lane 1, Scarlett Fanger for Southeastern Swim Club. Milena Williams in lane 2 for Fort Wayne Swim Team. Harper Stone in lane 3 for Franklin Regional Swim Team. Evelyn Freitag for Grev in lane 4. Delaney Miller for Southeastern Swim Club in lane 5. Delaney Sweeney in lane 6 for Carmel. Ella Hillhouse in lane 7 for GVV. And then Emily Smith in lane H for HHSC. Taking a nice, not comfortable lead, but a slight lead right now is Delaney Miller, touching in 32.41. Following closely behind her is Evelyn Freitag, 33.23. Third place out in lane 8, Emily Smith. Coming into your first 100. Delaney Miller is going to maintain that lead, but Evelyn Freitag is still right on her. 109.66 and 110.64 for those two. Third place right now is Milena Williams. She touched in 112.36 through the 100. And Delaney Miller still in first, but Freitag closing that lead. They're right with each other now going into the final 50. Touching first is still going to be Miller, but Freitag right with her. 148.53 for Miller and 148.71 for Freitag. Freitag's going to take the lead, overtaking Miller. She's going to touch first with a time of 2:27 flat. Miller touches second, 2:28.25. Elena Williams touching third up in lane 2, 2:29.58. Up next, we have your championship finals. For the girls, 13-14 200-yard breaststroke. In lane 1, Crystal Tang from Indiana Swim Club. Madeline Yonkis is in lane 2 for Carmel Swim Club. Abigail Campbell is in lane 3 for Lake Central Barracudas. Kendall Dykeman is in lane 4 for Fishers Area Swimming Tigers. Brenly Bonez is in lane 5 for Dunlin Swim Club. Mia Turfler is in lane 6 for Munster. Helena Weller is in lane 7 for Carmel Swim Club, and then Eliza Chop is in lane 8 for Greenwood. And your championship final is taking off right now. A very strong start for Bonez in lane 5.
Both the association and meet record, 2:14.41, set by Emily Weiss. Don't count out Dykeman and Bonez to make a run at it here.
Yeah, Dykeman's going to be able to take Bonez going into that first 50, 30.71 for Dykeman, 31.25 for Bonez. Third place right now is Abigail Campbell, 31.73 through that first 50.
Campbell coming on pretty strong over there in lane number 3.
Yep, Dykeman and Bonez are still going right at it, neck and neck with each other. Dykeman with a slight lead. Anybody's race right now, though, between those two. Campbell still right there at the striking distance through the first 100. 106 flat for Dykeman, 106.01 for Bonez. Bonez is going to overtake Dykeman going into this 125 turn. Both swimmers looking very strong right with each other. Looks like Bonez has a slight lead. We'll see who touches first here at the 150. Dykeman does touch first and overtakes Bonez again. They're going back and forth. It's going to come down to the final. It's going to come down to the final 10 yards, honestly. We'll see who takes it. This turn right here is going to be big. Dykeman touches first, had a very quick turn. Campbell right there, too. All three of them coming down the pool, 10 yards left. Dykeman with a slight lead over Bonez, but Bonez could still take it. Touching first. Dykeman touches first, 217.68. Bonez touches second, 217.69.01, separating the winner in second place. Abigail Campbell finishes third place, 218.15. Very, very, very close race. Incredible swim for both of those young ladies. Moving on to your boys, 13-14, 200-yard breaststroke. Up in lane 1, top of your screen, we have Ranger Beret for PCA. Luke Brahms is in lane 2 for Riviera Swim Club. Blake Hadley is in lane 3 for Carmel. Cole Mayer is going to be in lane 4 for Zionsville Swim Club, and Elia Fishman in lane 5 for Fishers Area Swimming Tigers. Carter Glotzback is in lane 6 for Pacesetter Aquatics. Darren Moore in lane 7 representing PCA, and Aiden Park in lane 8 representing Munster Swim Club. If you take a look at lane 3, Blake Hadley is right there with Elijah Fishman. Touching first is Elijah Fishman right through that turn. Blake Hadley's right with him, though. Touching at 30.82 and 30.9 for those two. Cole Mayer is also right with him, right in the mix. And if you look down in lane 8, Aiden Park is not to be counted out. Lane 2, Luke Brahms also making a little run for it. Very, very tight race right here. Eliza Fishman taking a slight lead, touches in 105.24, 105.39 for Cole Mayer. That second place position is very hotly contested right now. Elijah Fishman taking a little bit of a lead for first place, but being challenged by Cole Mayer and Blake Hadley. coming into the final touch, it's going to be Elijah Fishman. Finishes in 141.13, or not final, excuse me. They have another 50. I got a little excited there. They're right with each other, though. It looks like Cole Mayer may be overtaking Fishman. It's gonna come down to who has a better finish right here. And Fishman is gonna have the better finish. It finishes in 2:16.89, followed by Cole Mayer's 2:16.99. Blake Hadley finishes third at a 2:17.88. Very good race for those consolation finalists. In the championship final, we have Jason Yang in lane 1 for Boilermaker Aquatics. Oliver Inbin for Franklin Regional Swim Team in lane 2. Landon Williams in lane 3 for Elkhart Swim Club. Matthew Cardros in lane 4 for Center Grove Aquatic Club. Mac Allen in lane 5 for Carmel Swim Club. Jackson Barnes in lane 6 for Crown Point. Seth Thomas in lane 7 for Milan Aquatics. And Deuce Calloway in lane 8 for Franklin Regional Swim Team.
Meet record 2:03.9 set in 2024. Matthew Quadros not that far off. He's got a shot at it.
Oh, absolutely. Just less than a second in over 200 yards is very, very doable, especially coming into finals. Have the intensity of the championship race going on. All the energy and the excitement.
I think he's impressing us with his underwater pullouts, that's for sure.
Absolutely.
Going out pretty aggressive here. I think he wants the record, but he's got to be able to finish the race too.
26.73.
Whoa.
That's very fast, very, very fast. And he's maintaining that speed going through the 75.
We got a 125 left.
He's looking good. He's just got a breaststroke. 200 breast is hard. Coming out that second 100 is, you tend to slow down a lot.
He's impressing us with the distance off the pullouts and the power off the pullouts here.
Going through 57.52 through the first 100. Incredibly fast time.
It's pretty good for a 100 breast. 14-year-old from Center Grove. He's going to make a run.
I mean, that's almost a J-Nats cut right through the first 100 of a 200. I believe the 100 breaststroke J-Nats cuts 56 something, so he's moving very fast right now.
He's got to get the crowd behind him on this last 50. Can he do it?
He's
way ahead of pace.
Really on pace right now. 31.89. If he goes 31 again, he'll have it. If he goes 32, he'll have it.
Get that crowd yelling, Mike. Come on.
Second place, Landon Williams right now, and Mac Allen is in third.
We've had 5 meet records tonight. Could this be number 6? Look at those pullouts.
And he's right there. He's got about 10 seconds. He wants it. He's going to get it. And he does. 2:02.28. A new meet record and a new association record as well. And look at that. He's excited.
As well he should be.
Absolutely. And finishing second is Mac Allen with 2:12.68. And Landon Williams finishes in 2:13.64. Matthew Quadros giving them a little flex. Proud of himself and his new record. Solidified in Indiana swimming history. We're going to take an awards break now. We're going to do the 11-12s 50 breast and the 13-14 200, or excuse me, 11-12s 50 breaststroke and the 13-14 200 breaststroke. That'll be up next.
Wow. 6 meet records. 5 association records.
Yeah,
that's maybe a record night.
Yeah, that's just incredible, and it's only the first day. We got 2 more days of swimming. And that means 2 more days of record breaking too.
We got a lot of fun stuff to call, don't we?
I'm excited.
Wow.
I know you are too.
Look at all these young kids coming up.
Yeah, it's good for the sport too. You know, it's exciting to see. Everybody gets excited. All your teammates on the sideline.
So we got the one heat of the 11-12 500 freestyle for girls and one for the boys, and then we finish off with the 200 freestyle relays. 4 heats of girls and 4 heats of boys. It's a time final, so they're all swimming for the podium. Here we go.
And now the award presentation. In 11 and 12 girls, 50 breaststroke. In 8th place from Flashes Aquatics, Kara Jones. 7th place from Carmel, Remy Risch. 6th place from Carmel, Yang Zhang. 5th place from Southeastern Swim Club, Presley Barker. 4th place from Valparaiso Swim Club, Stella Morith. 3rd place from Pace Center Aquatics, Hadley Livers. 2nd place from Fishers Area Swimming Tigers, Annie Hare. And the 2025 champion in 11 and 12 girls 50 breaststroke from Carmel, Sydney Ermel, in a new meet record time, 29.85. In 11 and 12 boys 50 breaststroke. Again, looking for our top 8 in 11 and 12 boys 50 breaststroke, so we can do that presentation. Keep things moving along here this evening. On to the awards podium now. Top 8 finishers in 11 and 12 boys 50 breaststroke. In 8th place from Carmel Swim Club, Vincent Chen. 7th from Pace Center Aquatics, Cole Facchetti. Sixth place from Hobart Swim Club, Nolan Byard. Fifth place from Wind Tidal Wave, Grant Feller. Fourth place for the Michiana Marlins, Reginald Burton. Third place from Fishers Area Swimming Tigers, Gatlin Babcock. Second place from Carmel Swim Club, Dylan Zhao. And the 2025 champion in 11 and 12 boys 50 breaststroke from Fort Wayne Swim Team, Austin Young, in a time of 30.31. And now the award presentation in 13-14 girls 200 breaststroke. In eighth place from Carmel, Helena Weller. Seventh place from Indiana Swim Club, Crystal Tang. Sixth place from Carmel Swim Club, Madeline Yonkes. Fifth place from Greenwood Gators, Eliza Shop. Fourth place from Munster Swim Club, Mia Turfler. Third place from Lake Central Barracudas, Abigail Campbell. Second place from Duneland Swim Club, Brentley Benez. And the 2025 champion in 13-14 girls 200 breaststroke from Fishers Area Swimming Tigers, Kendall Diekman, at a time of 2:17.68. And now the award presentation at 13-14 boys 200 breaststroke. In eighth place from Franklin Regional Swim Team, Oliver Nabet. Seventh place also from Franklin Regional, Deuce Calloway. Sixth place from Crown Point Swim Club, Jackson Barnes. Fifth place from Boilermaker Aquatics, Jason Yang. Fourth place from Milan Aquatics, Seth Thomas. Third place from Elkhart United Aquatics, Landon Williams. Second from Carmel, Mac Allen. And the 2025 champion in 13-14 boys 200 breaststroke from Center Grove, Matthew Quadros, in a new meet record time, 2:02.28. Outstanding swim this evening, Matthew. And for all of our top 8 finishers in 13-14 boys 200 breaststroke. All right, time.
All right, welcome back. Moving on to the next event. Event number 19 is going to be the girls 11-12 500-yard freestyle, this is timed finals. There will be one event. This is the 5th heat. The other 4 heats swam in the morning. In lane 1, Nora Kelstorm for Dunland Swim Club. In lane 2, Nora Hole from Flashes Aquatics. Haley Bodok is in lane 3 for Fishers Area Swimming Tigers. Kate Allen in lane 4 for Carmel Swim Club, your top seed of tonight. And then Isabel Cox in lane 5 for Flashes Aquatics. Annie Hare is in lane 6 for Fishers Area Swimming Tigers. Sydney Ermel in lane 7 for Carmel. And then Kendall Chandler in lane 8 for Fort Wayne Swim Team. And they're off. Kate Allen taking a little lead going into the first 50. It's a long race, though. They're going to be swimming 20 laps tonight.
Kate Allen already showing her freestyle prowess tonight, breaking the Meet and Association record in the 100 freestyle. Yeah, the 1983 records from Paula Stedick, 500 and 453 as a 12-year-old.
Yeah, it's almost unheard of, but heard of one time.
Understand why she was a nationally ranked athlete as she went through her career, that's for sure.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. I mean, 1983 is a long time ago. For a record to stand that long, it's got to be pretty fast.
Well, Kate Allen's a rising star, so let's see if she's got a shot at getting close.
Going through the 5th turn, I guess 4th turn, 5th lap is Annie Hare is in 2nd. Right with her, though, is Haley Badol. Kay Allen's going to go through the first 150 and 128. She's on pace for that record. We'll see if she can keep that up.
Some grade 500 swum in the preliminary, well, not the preliminary, just the early rounds of the time final 500 freestyle.
Yeah, and same with the earlier events that we saw in the mile. Those girls who swam this morning in the 500 do have the opportunity to qualify for the podium based off their times. So if any of them have a faster time than people in this heat, they will receive a medal.
Very fluid, Kate Allen. Good distance per stroke. Distance per stroke shows efficiency, which means that she's using the least amount of energy to go faster than everyone else.
Yeah, halfway through, she's going to go 2:31.5, just above that record time.
It was 5:10.39 this morning. Annie Hare down there in lane 6. Again, these times were not preliminary times. These are seed times that they were entered.
Fighting for that 3rd place position in lane 2 and 3 is going to be Hole and Badolk. Hare taking a nice little lead over those people fighting for 3rd place. Also, Cox is in the mix down there in lane 5. Going through 6 laps left. Kate Allen sitting at 5:34.72. Annie Hare is going to come through at, 3:34.72. Annie Hare is going to come through at 3:39.77. 3rd right now, Nora Hole, 3:41.97. Taking a little bit of a lead, trying to make that gap a little bigger. Bulldog and Cox trying to hang on to her. Through that turn, extending that lead a little more. Super fast turns from Hole. Cox is moving up to challenge Hole for that 3rd place position.
Bell lap coming up.
Final 50 for Kate Allen. Coming through at 3:38.35.
And she's got closing speed.
Oh, yeah, she's moving right now. Annie Hare is second right now, 4:44.09 through that turn. Kate Allen is going to have a new personal best, touching in 5:07.39 for your new girls 11-12 500 free champion. Second place runner-up is going to go to Annie Hare, 5:15.59. Third place, Isabel Cox, 5:18.21. And that was the final and only heat of the girls 11-12 500. Up next, we have the boys 11-12 500-yard freestyle. In lane 1, Dane Teskes from Noblesville Swim Club. Lane 2, Eric Kozisek from Duneland Swim Club. Gatlin Bobcock is going to be swimming in lane 3 for Fishers Area Swimming Tigers. Zane Seeley in lane 4 for Flashes Aquatics, your top seed for tonight by just under 10 seconds, about 9 seconds for him. Reginald Burton III is in lane 5, swimming for Mishawaka Marlins. Felix Calhoun is in 6, swimming for Valparaiso. Rory Dunhu is swimming in lane 7 for Valparaiso. And Colin Davis, lane 8 for Fishers Area Swimming Tigers. Zane Seeley's taken a very nice commanding lead through the first 50. Went through in 27. Felix Calhoun right now sitting in second, but he's not sitting there comfortably. He's got some people that are gonna challenge that spot. Kozek, Balcock, and looks like Burton III are all coming for that second place position. They're all right there, kind of almost tied for third. Through the turn, it was Burton III. Seeley still having a nice lead through that 5th lap.
Well, that meet record and association record of 4:51.40 stood since 1993, so over 20 years old, 20 plus years old. So
yeah, 30 now.
Well, that's true, right? We got some records that have stood the test of time, but a lot of great athletes coming through the pipeline.
And they want them too. They're looking at those records and they're coming. Zane Seeley you would have to make a big improvement to get it, but I've seen crazier things happen. He's going through 158 through the 200, right on pace for it. Or a little slow, actually. Not quite on pace, but if he does hold that, he'll be right there with it. Calhoun maintaining that second position. Burton III sitting right on his hip, drafting as we were talking about earlier, riding his wave. Over in lane 3, Babcock is doing pretty well too, sitting in 4th place.
Seeley holding 16 strokes per length. He's got that long body, trying to get as much out of every rotation and pull that he can. Everybody thinks it's easy, but your strength has to match that young body that's growing and developing, you know?
Yeah, it is. It's not easy. I mean, they make it look easy out there, nice and smooth, but they're burning right now, going into lap 13 through lap 13. They're feeling it. But remaining smooth, remaining long, it's one of the keys to having a good performance. And it's hard to do that too. Staying long, you want to shorten your strokes when you get tired. It's easy to shorten your strokes and let your kick die out. That's how you slow down as well. And then you'll end up burning out quicker. Calhoun still maintaining that second position. Babcock and Burton the third fighting for third. Burton the third having a slight lead over Babcock.
$100 to go.
Burton the third's right there with Calhoun now, along with Babcock. Just 0.3. Burton the third's just 0.3 off Calhoun. Babcock's just 0.5 off Burton the third. Going into the bell lap for Seeley. He's going to turn at 4:34. Well on pace for a personal best for him. 30.91 in that 50.
I wouldn't count out lane number 3 here. Babcock.
Yeah, Babcock making huge ground on that 50. About a second gain for the other people. And they're all three taking off. They're all going to go together. Babcock's running away with that second position, though.
Well, he just took off earlier than everybody else. They're both swimming fast.
Yeah, no, absolutely. And he's got about a body length now. They're going to be fighting for that third position in 5 and 6. Seeley took the win in 5:03.73. Babcock finishes in 5:14.11. In third place goes to Burton the third, 5:15.47. Excellent race from those gentlemen. Seeley making a huge personal best, about 11 seconds. Super incredible to see that. All right, moving on to my favorite part of the night. This is the girls 13-14 200-yard freestyle relay. Lane 1, Riviera Swim Team. Lane 3, Riviera Swim Team. Lane 4, Zionsville. Lane 5, Irish Aquatics. And lane 6, Northridge. Starting off for Riviera is Clara Haley. Zionsville starter is Charlotte Walrond. Irish Aquatics has Lainey Shook starting. And Northridge has Erica Arpin starting. This is going to be a fast race. And something about the beginning of the freestyle relay, and actually any relay, is that if you start and if you have a personal best, that actually counts as your personal best. So going into the second leg, we have Sierra Pearson for Riviera, Emma Holst for Zionsville, Caitlin Weeks for Irish, and then Maddie Hewland for Northridge. Riviera's taking a nice lead going into this third leg. Zionsville going right with her, though. Coming on to the third leg, we have Noah Cowley, Josie Dolans for Zionsville, and then for Irish, Danny Ingleson. Northridge has Liv Staley. Riviera maintaining that lead, but Zionsville still fighting for it. Northridge is right there, too. It's going to come down to this final leg. Coming in for the last swimmer for Riviera Swim Club, Harper Ludwig. Elizabeth Dick for Zionsville. Irish Aquatics has Samantha Augustino. And then final swimmer for Northridge is Peyton Nelson. Northridge making up huge ground on this final leg on Riviera. They might be able to take it with their anchor. Peyton Nelson going to give Harper Ludwig a run for her money, and she is going to pass her and come and take that heat. 143.26 for the Northridge area swimming relay. All right, moving on to Heat 2 of 4 in Lane 1, Carmel Swim Club. Lane 2, Dunlin Swim Club. Lane 3, Washington Township. Lane 4, Fort Wayne. Lane 5, Crown Point. Lane 6, Greenwood. Lane 7, Wind Tidal. And Lane 8, Greater Evansville Aquatic. Starting off is Owen for Carmel, Soto for Dunland, Kiefer for Washington, Risley for Fort Wayne, Friendling for Crown Point, George for Greenwood, Tibbs for Win Title, and Hillhouse for Greater Evansville. Moving into your second leg, the swimmer for Carmel is Shannon, Dunland is Miles, Washington Township is Memmer, Fort Wayne swim team is Williams, Crown Point Padilla, Greenwood Kroll, and Win Title Potts, and finally Greater Evansville has Graber in the pool for them. Dunland is taking a nice lead going into this third leg. Challenging them is Crown Point. Moving into the next leg, we have Gentry for Carmel, Ryan for Dunland, Garcia Esquivel for Washington Township, Richeline for Fort Wayne, Himden for Crown Point, Phillips for Greenwood. McGriff is swimming for Win Title, and Orth is swimming for Greater Evansville. Dunland maintaining that lead, but Crown Point still going right with them. Crown Point is making a little bit of a move. Looks like they might touch in front of Dunland. Dunland will touch first. Moving into the final leg of swimmers, we have Kate for Carmel, Draves for Dunland, Wolf for Washington Township, Worrell for Fort Wayne, Fancher for Crown Point, Shop for Greenwood, Rochers for Win Title, and Fredig for Greater Evansville. Neck and neck, Crown Point and Dunland coming into the final 5 yards. Crown Point is going to touch first. Dunland comes second. Finishing third is Washington Township. Heat 3. Next we have in lane 1, Noblesville Swim Club. Lane 2, Center Grove Aquatic Club. Lane 3, Irish Aquatics. Lane 4, Munster Swim Club. Lane 5, Center Grove Aquatic Club. Lane 6, Carmel Swim Club. Lane 7, Southeastern Swim Club. And Lane 8, Fishers Area Swimming Tigers. Your starter for Noblesville is Allie Amston. Center Grove has Jordan DeVos. Irish Aquatics has Ariel Grunther. Munster Swim Club has Mia Teffler. Center Grove Aquatic Club has Savannah Janke starting off. Carmel Swim Club has Libby Lale. Southeastern Swim Club sees Natalie Gladiax. And Fishers Area Swimming Tiger has Zara Patton leading off. Really tight race for the girls right now. Moving to the second leg for Noblesville, we have Blackwell swimming. Center Grove, Smith is in the water. Irish Aquatics sees Hintz. Munster has Guzak swimming. Center Grove has Lay swimming. Carmel Swim Club has Harger. Southeastern Swim Club has Collins in the water. And Fishers Area Swimming Tigers has Eubank swimming for them. Touching first is Noblesville. They have Nicole in the water right now. Center Grove Aquatics Club has Gonzalez. Irish Aquatics has Bilsker. Munster Swim Club has Kim. Center Grove Aquatic Club has Temple. Carmel Swim Club has Pollock. Southeastern Swim Club has Page in the water. And Fishers Area Tigers has Shaw in the water for them. These anchors, it's going to come down to them. Carmel's touching first after that leg. Preston in the water for Noblesville. And Andrews swimming for Center Grove. Byron swimming for Irish Aquatics. Gusinger anchoring for Munster. Irishman swimming for Center Grove. Weller swimming for Carmel. Fanger swimming for Southeastern. And for Fishers Area Swimming Tiger, Lee is in the water. It's going to come down to the wire between Irish Aquatics, and that's going to be Munster taking the win. Carmel Swim Club gets second there. Third place goes to Irish Aquatics in that heat. Moving on to Heat 4. Lane 1, Franklin Regional Swim Team. Lane 2, Southeastern. Lane 3, Carmel Swim Club. Lane 4, Fishers Area Swimming Tigers. Lane 5, Dunland Swim Club. Lane 6, Westfield Aquatics. Lane 7, Fort Wayne Swim Team. And Lane 8, Zionsville Swim Club. Starters for the race. For Franklin Regional, we'll have Bratcher in the water. Southeastern will have Bogards. Carmel will have Morris, Fishers, Hayes. Dunland, Bonez. Westfield has Wheat in the water. Fort Wayne Swim Team has Yak, and Zionsville Swim Club has Plewecki. Dunland taking a nice lead after the first exchange. Alea is going to be in the water for Franklin, Flecken for Southeastern, Preston in for Carmel, Wolf is going to be swimming for Fishers, Law is going to be swimming for Duneland, Spicer for Westfield, Drasny for Fort Wayne, and Martin Dino for the Zionsville Swim Club. Duneland still commanding that lead, but Fishers right on our hip. Going into the third leg, swimming for Franklin, Barnett. Southeastern will have Miller swimming. Carmel Swim Club, Yonkers is going to be swimming. Fishers will see Rager in the pool. Duneland will have Gonzalez. Westfield Aquatics will have Wilhite. Fort Wayne Swim Team, Hench. And Zionsville Swim Club, Walrond will be in the pool. Duneland still keeping that lead, but Fishers is going with them. It'll come down to this final leg between the two. In the pool for final legs, we have Stone for Franklin, Penn for Southeastern, Clark for Carmel, Dykeman for Fishers, Kellstorm for Duneland, Evslash for Westfield, Mueller for Fort Wayne, and Hunter for Zionsville. And Fishers has taken the lead over Duneland, about a body length now. Dykeman is going to finish it out for Fishers, and they're going to be your new champions in the girls 13-14 200-yard freestyle. Duneland will take second place. Third place belongs to Carmel. Moving on to our 5 heats of our boys 13-14 200-yard freestyle relay. The first heat will have 3 relays. Lane 3, Boilermaker Aquatics. Lane 4, Franklin Regional. And lane 5, Westfield Aquatics. Luke Chang will be swimming for Boilermaker for the first leg. Deuce Calloway for Franklin Regional. And then Zachary Williams for Westfield Aquatics. Some very fast racing from the girls right there. I expect the same from the boys. Excited to see this. Franklin off with a fast start, but they're all 3 right there. Franklin first to the first wall. Boilermaker Aquatics, that's Luke Chang sitting right on him. Callaway is going to give it to Cooper Finley for Franklin. Alex Burgess is going to take it for the Boilermaker Aquatics. And Evan Hess is going to take it for Westfield. Franklin maintaining that lead. Boilermakers and Westfield staying right with each other, trying to fight for that second position currently. Coming into a third leg. Franklin first to touch. Corbin Hicks in the water for them. Luke McKenna for the Boilermakers and Alden Thomas for Westfield Aquatics. Westfield Aquatics, Alden Thomas has taken the lead over Franklin. Franklin sitting in second and Boilermaker Aquatics third currently. Huge race for Thomas Alden right now. Huge 50 right here. Coming down to the final 50. Nolan Stormer's in the water for Westfield. Brent Beach is in for Franklin, and Reed Leaper's swimming for Boilermaker. Westfield's running away with it here. Franklin is looking like they're going to have a second place finish unless Reed Leaper can make a move on Beach. Stormer finishes first for Westfield, brings them home. And Franklin does finish second. Boilermakers finish third. Heat 2, now we have the Capital Aquatics in lane 2, Carmel Swim Club in 3, Indiana Swim Club in 4, Lawrence in 5, Zionsville in 6, in Zionsville 7, Zionsville in lane 7. That's Zionsville B in 6 and Zionsville C in 7. Swimming for Capital Aquatics, we have Nathan Kittinger. Carmel Swim Club has Modex Larger. Indiana Swim Club has Dylan Van Sant. Lawrence has Dylan Clark. Zionsville has Colin Dushkin, and the other Zionsville has Joshua Binyard. Coming into the first transition, Capital Aquatics has Spencer. Carmel has Akaria. Indiana has Hong. Lawrence has Drake swimming. Zionsville B has Jarmer, and Zionsville C has Barron in the water. Taking a nice lead is Indiana Swim Club. They're going to give it to Jake Zhao to swim. For Capital Aquatics, Bryce Stillwell will be in the water. Carmel has Joshua Neuger. Lawrence has Liam Welty in the water. Zionsville B has Adam Morgan. And Zionsville C has Jack Deerholt swimming. And Indiana Swim Club just extending that lead. Zionsville's looking to take second place right now. In the water for Indiana is Gabriel Marcone. Capital Aquatics, Malachi McKell. Brady Ladine's going to be in for Carmel. Zion Perry's in for Lawrence. Cole Mayer in for Zionsville. And Mac Ellender for Zionsville. Your winner in this heat, the second heat of the 200-yard freestyle relay, will be Indiana Swim Club. Zionsville will touch second, and Carmel will touch third. That's Zionsville B touching second. Heat 3 of 5 now. In lane 1, we have Munster Swim Club. In lane 2, Fishers. Lane 3, Valparaiso Swim Club. Lane 4, Riviera. Lane 5, Duneland Swim Club. Lane 6, Indiana. Lane 7, Carmel. And lane 8, Flashes. First legs for the swimmers. Munster's going to have Mason Buckman. Fishers area Swimming Tigers will have Noah Terrell. Valparaiso will have Ian Mendoza. Riviera will have Bennett Rogers. Duneland will have Aiden Guzzo. Indiana will have Max Schroeder. Carmel Swim Club, Michael Pugh. And Flashes Aquatics will have Victor Martin swimming for them. About it, ready to get up on the blocks now. Giving me a second to catch my breath. Already seeing some fast swimming in these first two heats. Taking a early lead is Duneland in lane 5. This is Duneland's A relay. But also right with them is Valparaiso in lane 3. Going into the second leg, we have Kyle Juresk for Munster, Brandon Cheesh for Fishers, Jack Reeder for Valparaiso, Liam Joyce for Riviera, Xander Wigel will swim for Duneland, Aaron Yeakin for Indiana, Francis Yang for Carmel, and Richard Lee for Flashes Aquatic. Duneland taking a little bit of a lead coming into this third leg. We'll see how they're able to hold on to that. Swimming in the water, third leg for Munster is Brady Nihana. Henry Mize is in for Fishers. Andrew Tomery is in for Valparaiso. Gabriel Paz is in for Riviera. Daniel Vedette is in for Duneland. Will Tate is in for Indiana Swim Club. Adrian Byfield is in for Carmel. And swimming for Fishers is Boyd Wells. Duneland still maintaining that lead going into the final leg. Andrew Jurek is swimming for Munster. Finnegan Harvey for Fishers. Jack Douglas for Valparaiso. Luke Brahms is swimming for Riviera. Patrick Mulcahy is swimming for Duneland. Ian Chamberlain swimming for Indiana. And then Tyler Johnson for Carmel. Colby Sewell is swimming for Flashes Aquatics. This is coming down right to the finish. First finisher is going to be Flashes Aquatics from the outside. Riviera touches second, and then Duneland finishes third. Excellent finish from those swimmers. Moving on to Heat 4. In lane 1, we have Michiana Marlins. Lane 2, Fort Wayne swim team. Plainfield Communities in lane 3. Brownsburg's in lane 4. Lane 5 is the Boilermaker Aquatics 8 squad. Pace Setter Aquatics is in lane 6. Noblesville has lane 7. And Southeastern will be swimming in lane 8. Swimmers for each of those teams. The leadoff swimmers, Ethan Cummins for Michiana. Wes Brooks for Fort Wayne. Nick Dunaway for Plainfield. Andrew Schreier for Brownsburg. Austin Pritz for the Boilermakers. Christian Miller for Pace Setter. Coleman Cadalda for Noblesville. And Carter Nelson for Southeastern Swim Club. Taking off at the beginning is the Pace Setters. Christian Miller in the water. But also right there is Brownsburg. Andrew Schreier taking it too. They're going to give their team 1 and 2 going to the second leg. For Grayson Wells, swimming for Michiana. Reese Merritt for Fort Wayne. Esteban Alvarenga for Plainfield. Preston Huff for Brownsburg. Jason Yang for the Boilermakers. Dash Leonard for the Pace Setters. Jackson Teskey for Noblesville Swim Club. And Swahey Green Whitehead swimming for Southeastern. Your anchors for today in the Heat 4 race is going to be William Hopkins. Or excuse me, this is going to be the third leg. Matthew Laneman swimming for Michiana. Maiko Rodenzer for Fort Wayne. Sam Townsend for Plainfield. Andrew Nail for Brownsburg. Jackson Earlston for the Boilermaker Aquatics. Charlie Franks for Pace Setter. David Noss from Noblesville. And Jack Rainey for Southeastern Swim Club. Now we're moving to the final leg. Up top, Michiana's got the lead. In the water for them is William Hopkins, then Dominic Bloom for Fort Wayne, Jackson Russell for Plainfield, Brian Young for Brownsburg, Miles Chen for the Boilermakers, Carter Glotzbach for Pace Setter. Bryce Connor is going to be in the water for Noblesville A, and then Cade Bresky for Southeastern. Coming into the finish, looks like Brownsburg's going to take it, and they do. Finishing second is Noblesville Swim Club. Third for that heat goes to the Boilermaker Aquatics. Heat 5 in the final heat of the night. We have Carmel Swim Club B in lane 1, Center Grove Aquatics Club in lane 2, Franklin Regional in lane 3, Zionsville in lane 4, Carmel A in lane 5, Fort Wayne in lane 6, Fishers in lane 7, and Munster in lane 8. Swimming for each of them is Yamil Solano de Vargas for Carmel, Jaden Zai for Center Grove, Lucas Steffen for Franklin, Kari Slater for Zionsville, Carter Kellant for Carmel A, Brecken Lukic for Fort Wayne, Logan Sr. for Fishers, and Timmy Newell for Munster in the water. Coming off the block, it looks like Zionsville has a little bit of a lead. They are the top seed tonight. Right there with them is Center Grove Aquatics Club. It's anybody's race still, though. Swimming for Carmel B, Edward Enoch, John Ferris in the water for Center Grove, Brandon McCallops for Franklin, Elijah Schleichler for Zionsville, Hudson Renrick for Carmel, Noah Connor for Fort Wayne, Zachy Ochter for Fishers, and Mark Mayo for Munster Swim Club. Center Grove has taken a large lead. Carmel A in second. Blake Hadley is going to be in the water for Carmel B. Aaron Raghavendra for Center Grove. Oliver Inbinit for Franklin. Jonathan Baker for Zionsville. Mac Allen for Carmel A. Rohan Sievers for Fort Wayne. Elijah Fishman for Fishers in the water. And then Graham Lindwald for Munster. Center Grove's keeping the lead. Carmel's still right there in second. Orion Hughes is going to be in the water for Carmel B. Matthew Quadros finishing it for Center Grove. Trevor Smith for Franklin. Everett Heiser for Zionsville. Loon Rion for Carmel. Patrick Collins for Fort Wayne. Joe Jonaman for Fishers. And Aiden Park for Munster. Finishing in first is going to be Center Grove. That was Matthew Quadros finishing him off. Second place is going to go to Zionsville, and then Carmel takes third place. Carmel A in lane 5 takes third place. That is going to wrap up all of the swims for tonight. We do have an awards coming up.
Nope. Tomorrow.
No awards. My apologies.
Tomorrow, before finals, the 11-12 500 freestylers, the 13-14 200 free relay, and tomorrow the 13-14 medley relay is going to be completed during prelims, and it will also be awarded tonight. Tomorrow night, we will also be recognizing our top performer awards for 2024 in Indiana swimming. So that's a very special award to recognize as well. And we start tomorrow morning's prelims at 9 o'clock. Warm-ups 7:30. Tomorrow's pool sessions, the boys' prelims will be in the north pool tomorrow morning. The girls' prelims will be in the south pool. Again, prelims start at 9 o'clock.
We will see you then. And that'll wrap up our finals session for the Indiana Swimming Age Group Short Course Friday Championships. Thank you for joining us, and we'll see you guys again tomorrow.